Welcome everyone. Tonight we're going to dive into some conversations that often flies under the radar of major platforms. We're here to spark awareness, share a laugh, maybe even get a little uncomfortable, but in a safe and open space where all voices are welcome. So let's get started and shake things up a bit. Wonder how everybody doing out there tonight. About to be ready to bring my first guest on to the show tonight. It's a longtime friend of mine's. Known that man over 20 years, a very good dude. About to bring him to the platform, though. We're going to have a great dialogue tonight. It might get a little uncomfortable, but we will speak nothing but the truth on here. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. What's going on, my boy?
What's up? You can hear me?
Yeah, I
You can
can
hear
hear
me?
you. I can hear you.
Oh, all right, all right. What's up? What's up? How everyone doing? How everybody?
All right. You coming a little close, I think. Can you hear
Hmm?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Y'all
All
can hear
right, there
me?
you go.
Yeah, I just been
What's going
just
on, brother? How you been, man?
shit. Just got to the crib dealing with this Texas Houston weather and shit. It's the same, man. How you been today
Man,
though?
I've
And
been great,
everything.
man. I've been very, very great, man. I've been down in North Carolina for about almost about 10 years now.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
just been living, doing what I'm doing, man.
Done.
Just
Yeah,
trying to bring
I'm.
awareness to our community. You know how we do.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. I'm here in Texas, grew up in Brooklyn, so we could go from both sides, the liberal and the conservative side. Wow. Let's just meet in the middle and get these differences out while everybody, is
You
here to
already know, my brother.
nah.
So go ahead. You could kick it off. Let me know what you got on your mind, brother.
So first, I just wanted to start off and just let people know what a conservative is. So when normally people hear that, oh, you're a conservative, either you got to be a Republican, a racist, or some type of Uncle Tom. But really a conservative. I grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up right across the street from you.
You already know.
Been around liberals all my life. And just moving to Texas gave me a different perspective on life of things that I felt that resonated towards me. So as far as conservative is being God, family, country and everything. I agree with those things. I also agree with being able to carry arms, Second Amendment and
Of
stuff. And
course.
but I don't agree with, let women have abortions and things. There's more to being conservative and liberal than just that, oh, I'm an Uncle Tom. I don't even fuck with Trump. I don't fuck with Trump or anything. It's just that my views of what I wanted to build, my foundation of having a family, of loving God and respecting my country, I feel that I got more conservative views than liberal views. I don't agree with transgenderness. I don't agree with, what I'm saying and shit
Of
like that.
course. Of course. And hold on. Let me just jump in there real quick. Real quick. Like a lot of us don't really know that the way we was raised up, we was very conservative. Black people
Yes,
always been very conservative.
black people always been
But
conservative.
time you know how things are now today. You know
Mhm.
how people like to follow trends and things now. So
Yeah.
when they hear the word conservative, they associate it with guys like Donald Trump and just
Trump, yeah. Ben Carson's
automatically.
and Candace Owens, but nah, you got hood niggas like me that's conservative. We just don't say it because we don't want to get the backlash of, oh, you're Uncle Tom. Nah, nigga, I'm just as hood as you, or probably did more hood shit than you, but I got more conservative views. I grew up being conservative. Is just that we push to that liberal. It ain't nothing wrong with being liberal. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. It's
It ain't
nothing wrong.
nothing,
Like
you know.
let me just jump in there one more time. Like you right about that. Like it's nothing in the world wrong with being liberal. Like do you think like right now in our state of politics, people is leaning too much left, too much right, instead of us just going outside, meeting our next door neighbors, and finding out how our next door neighbors is feeling instead of us sitting at home consuming so much of this liberal media, conservative media.
Media, yeah.
Like we have to get more outside. You know how it was when
Yeah,
we was
yeah,
coming
when
up.
we were
Like
coming up, we was
we was
outside.
running to go outside.
Niggas that
These
ride the
kids
bikes to
today and
Coney Island, they don't even know
yeah,
nothing
you know what I mean?
about
Like
that.
these kids today, man, like they don't even want to go outside. They don't want to
Mhm.
meet their friends. Everybody want to just sit on the internet and type and all this hateful speech and craziness.
And
Like,
that's the problem. Like sorry for my, you got motherfuckers from Bushwick, Brooklyn that never left, that never went farther than Best Eye and talking about they're liberal. How you know if you're liberal if you never moved out of your hood to go meet other people and go invite other people into your lives? Just like that's why I don't tell anybody to go to college, but college is the one of the most experiences you'll experience diversity, where
of
you
course,
experience
and
other
people don't know
cultures.
that.
Yeah, you
People don't
experience
know that.
other
Like,
cultures and things
and
like
like
that.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm one of the guys that I tell people all the time. If you want to go to college, go to college.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what I mean? This is also the same country that will give us hundreds of thousands of dollars to put us in debt to go to college instead of
College,
us just
paying
going
from
to take a $5,000 loan from somewhere and you could go to a trade school
school
and you
and
can
you
have
be
a
up.
career your whole life and you learn how to work for yourself.
Hmm. Yeah,
You know what I
but they
mean?
don't push
Instead of
that.
so I am one of the kind of guys who, I know college is a very diverse place and you get a very great experience, something outside of your neighborhood and everything. But definitely, if you got the money for it, if you got the scholarship for it,
Do it. Yeah.
all by all means, go ahead and go to college. But if you don't and you still want to be successful in this life, like you can always learn a trade. Don't ever
Yeah.
let nobody tell you working is a sucker
Sucker.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Being in
Like I
these
would
streets
never
at
tell
40
nobody.
years old,
It's
50
old.
years, like
That's a
me and you
sucker.
know some of these guys.
Niggas.
Like we
Yeah. I
know these
still know
guys
some.
personally
I
that's
know
still in
niggas
the streets
personally
at
that's
40,
still
50
trying to,
years old
go
and
trying to sell
they
drugs.
trying to move drugs and like that's the sucker. He's a sucker. He's a
Sucker. Yeah.
loser.
Hmm. That's the loser, the nigga that's telling you, "Oh, fuck that job, let's go get." Nah, you could get the back. You want to make 30,000, work 3 months, you can make 30,000. I
That's
don't know
it.
what type of
That's I'm telling
professional
them. You
you
could
in.
drive trucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could learn how to be an electrician, learn how to be a plumber. You could learn how to do any of those things. Don't never let these older guys tell you you a sucker because you getting up
Mhm.
at the crack of dawn and you going out there to work. Like you know what I mean? Like working can lead to other possibilities
Abilities,
anytime
yeah.
in life.
Working could lead to a lot of. If you die today, what you left behind for your kids? If you got kids,
That's what I
if you
ask a
never
lot of
work,
them. Like
if
a
you
lot
never
of
worked
these
a day in
dudes,
your life, if you die today, what can you leave your
that's
kids?
what I'm trying to tell them, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these dudes, a lot of our community, like we living rich and we
Hmm.
dying broke. Like a
Broke.
lot of
Mhm.
us, we come up here with all this bullshit. They wearing all these names and everything, and then when some of these motherfuckers dying, they got GoFundmes and shit. Like, how is
Mhm.
that even looking? This is
Probably-
crazy.
Yeah, nigga. Like no lie, not even trying to brag. I threw like my baby mama threw away $5,000 worth
Hold,
of clothes and
all
shit
right,
like
hold on,
that.
hold on, hold
I
on.
just
We
seen
got to
that
hold on.
comment.
We got a question, right? Hold on. Let me see. Ebony and how I'm watching, and you have any views? You want what? You want what?
I'm not a
I don't
Christian.
agree
I'm
with
not.
people
That's the
discussing their
question for
bigotry
me.
behind Christianity.
Let me answer that.
Yeah, you can answer that, Chris.
See, when you talk about bigotry, what are you talking about? Is you talking about, once again, you getting conservative mixed up with being a Republican. Republicans, yes, they use bigotry and Christianity to justify them being a Republican and that they state. What I'm saying is that I'm a conservative, not a Republican. The foundation of being a conservative is God, family, and church. Beyond that, I'm not on no racist stuff. I'm not on no bigotry. I'm not on any of that. So when you getting mixed up, let's get back to the foundations of being a liberal. The foundation of being a liberal is progressive and pushing forward to more social activities. Either it's not conservative, it's not liberal. So I'm a conservative. I got conservative views, but I'm not a Republican. So to answer that question, that's that's not.
Got you. I got you, brother. Okay. I see another one up there. You said Charlie views on black women. Listen, I can answer that one too, Chris. Give me 1 second. But Charlie views on black women, yes, they were very, very disgusting.
Yeah.
Very
Hmm.
disgusting, very vulgar. Like nobody agrees with
Disrespectful.
nothing they saying. Like I said, like I still in my heart and in my mind, I'm still a human being at the end of the day.
Hmm.
I could care less what Charlie was saying on his platform. Charlie, them views Charlie had was nasty. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I can also say that people getting shot in the face on live TV. I don't want to get shot in the face on live TV. Like maybe I can be that person one day at a college campus trying to drop some knowledge to kids, but and definitely I don't want to get shot in my face. And you know, definitely look at us. We are black people here in America. That can happen to us anytime, any
Anytime.
day. That can happen from somebody who look like Charlie, or that can look like somebody that looks completely just like me.
Big. Yep.
So you know what I mean? I understand your views and everything on that, but I didn't agree with nothing Charlie had to say.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. Definitely when
Let
it
me
comes to our black woman.
Let me correct that too. I didn't agree with nothing that Charlie had to say. My whole stance on the thing with Charlie is the First Amendment. Damn, we don't got freedom of speech. We getting shot from having our own opinion. I don't give a fuck what Charlie Kirk had to say or his opinion. I didn't agree with none of that Charlie Kirk said or anything. My whole thing is now we getting shot for having our own opinions. That was my whole thing.
And that's 100% correct. And that's what we trying to get to the bottom of. Like, you know, like we black in America, we face all these, we face all the hurdles and the hoops our whole lives, and we still fighting today. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why when I tell people, hold on, give me 1 second. I didn't agree with him being shot though. Oh yeah, of course not. Of course not. Any logical person is not gonna agree with somebody being shot on TV. And anybody who displays that type of like hatred and nastiness
Yeah,
and like I don't
that's
want to be a part of
diabolical.
none of that. Like it could be people in my own community that could be 100% mad at me right now, but I'm not gonna stand with none of that. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
stand with none of that. Period. Like I don't agree with nobody being shot in the face
Yeah.
on live TV, and that's one thing that's why I'm really, really pushing hard to try to make this platform go national because a
Yeah.
lot of these things that we're going to get into, they're not going to speak about that
Yeah.
nationally. Like these people are playing games and they want wars and things. Like nobody's at who's asking for a war when you see
War.
another white man kill another white man.
White man.
Like it's no wars. We got nothing to do with none of that type of shit. We
Mhm.
don't got nothing to do with that. We are not coming on. First of all, Charlie got killed in one of the most conservative states
Certain
in
states in
America.
America. He got killed in Utah.
Like I really believe it's probably like 1% of black people who live in the whole Utah.
Carl Malone was, and he probably the
And that's the
percentage of
first name I think of is Karl
it.
Malone living in Utah. Like, are they
That's
crazy?
the
Like, you don't find
that's
us
the
in
only thing
Utah.
I. But
Like,
that's
you
what.
can't
And let
even
me
name
just.
a handful of black people who lived in Utah.
I don't know no niggas from Utah.
That's what I'm trying to tell them. But you know, man, like, yeah, definitely. Like, we definitely
But let me
don't agree with
expand on
nothing
what you
like
was
that.
just saying, and that's the
Okay,
thing with like black people, we gotta stop saying, oh, this shit is not important because when it hit our front door, it's gonna be important. The first people they gonna be looking, they gonna knock at our doors. They gonna,
definitely.
so we don't have to worry about the Charlie Kirk shit, but pay attention to what's going on around in your
And
surroundings
I
and things
always
like
say the
that.
same thing, bro. I tell them you have to pay attention to that. Like a lot of people, that's why I try to tell people
Mm,
from years ago. They keep saying, "Oh, Donald Trump." This, that. I said,
mm.
Donald Trump is equivalent to a third grader. You
Yeah,
don't have to worry about people like Donald Trump. Donald
Donald
Trump is
Trump is
not the
not
one setting
making,
these
yeah, he's
policies. He
not
just
setting the
out front
policies.
just saying a bunch of bullshit. The real boogeymen behind all those things today that people have to learn tonight, and I hope they listening. Look up guys like Stephen Miller.
Yeah,
Look up
man.
guys like Steve Bannon. And now guys like Charlie Kirk, he not here no more, but you can go back and view a lot of those videos that he had.
They
I'm
the
not
ones
telling
that's
you to,
pushing. Yeah, they the ones
yeah,
that's pushing the doctors Ben Carsons and the Candace Owens.
yes,
And see,
and
that's the
guys like,
problem. Now let me get right to that, because see, that's the problem that I have with being a conservative. When motherfuckers
yes,
see that they say that I'm a conservative, they automatically think I'm a Candace Owens or Dr. Ben Carson type of. No, they are actually coon ass conservatives that the Republicans put out front for black people to
don't
follow.
forget that motherfucker down in Florida either,
Well, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
jungle man Brian Ronalds.
Robbins, yeah,
Don't
yeah,
forget
whatever.
him. Don't
Him, yeah.
forget him at
They
all.
put them out there in front want so black people could be like, oh, no, I'm not that type of conservative. No, nigga, I wear purple jeans, fitted hats, and smoke bud and do hood shit. But I'm conservative because that's the views I want to raise my children as.
That's
Not
it.
nothing,
That's it.
not
And there's
nothing
nothing
else
wrong with
to.
that.
Not nothing else to do with oh, I hate black. I'm not bashing my own black people when I know the system that the racism and all the years, and we only been free 60 years.
That's it.
1965 is when the Civil
That's it.
Rights
I don't
Act.
understand why people go back to these Juneteenth days of 1865.
No,
Listen, the Jim Crow South was real, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
Jim Crow in the South was real. So I don't know what y'all get that black people
1965,
freedom from
Johnson just signed the Civil Rights Act. So from 65 to 80, we was just getting ingraded into American culture. So now let's go from 80 to 90s when they seen us ingraded with American culture. Oh, we need to help these other people fight these wars. So let's pick crack in the neighborhood,
and that's
destroy the
exact
neighborhoods.
and that's another story because they love to talk about the like Republicans, not conservatives.
Yeah,
Those
Republicans,
Republicans
Republicans.
love
Yeah.
to talk about the 1980s and Ronald Reagan. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
call Ronald Reagan? America's best drug president.
That's the
That's
nigga
what
was the
Ronald
worst
Reagan was. He
president
was
that
no
we
great
ever had.
president. He was the
The worst
best drug
drug
president.
president.
And that's
Yeah.
what he did. And that's why I tell people today, like some of these fights is not our fights. Let's sit out it.
Hmm.
Like these fentanyl crisis and all this stuff going around today.
That's
Like
them
I can
affecting.
I can tell you the truth. I can like really care less about that because in the 1980s when crack ran crazy through our neighborhoods, they never said, let's go out here and stop the drug cartel. Let's go
Hmm.
out here and put these guys in a rehabilitation
Hmm.
home and let's get these people some help. You know what they did to our people? They took our people and locked them up. And you
And
know what
no,
they did
and
to
Nori,
most of all the black drug
and
and I'm not here
They allowed
definitely and
Noriega to give all them
definitely
drugs to the CIA and push them in the
definitely free rate those stories, the free rate Ricky Ross stories and
stories and
those
all that.
stories are real
Freedom
stories.
fighters was paid for with drug money. Y'all motherfuckers
Definitely.
paid. Y'all gave Bin Laden all this drug money, and what he do? Turn around and blew y'all up anyway. So and
You
that's what
know
I
what?
just want people to. Republicans and conservatives, two different things. I
Are
could
two
be a
definitely two
conservative.
different things.
I could be a conservative, and I'm not a Republican. Yes, I'm a conservative, but I am not a Republican. That's all I want people to get the difference is. You could be a liberal, and you don't have to be a Democrat. You could be a liberal and be
Yo,
Democrat.
bro. Let me tell people one thing, and let me get one thing straight, because I be having a lot of people mad at me for my point of views on that. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Democrat. So I hate to see when I'm in the street and people always associate me with Kamala Harris or associate with Barack Obama. Listen, I don't have a problem with none of those people. Those people are black people. I don't have a problem with them, but I'm not gonna get into the game of playing the left and the right where it's people in America today who really needs help. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
shouldn't be no left and right. Like we shouldn't be fighting endless wars of hundreds of billions of dollars and we got people sleeping on subways and
Subways
we
and
got people
people
sleeping
sleeping
under the
in tents.
bridges and
Yeah,
everything
come
today.
on,
And
man.
you telling me that we can send hundreds of billions of dollars around the world to all these different countries, no matter if it's straight cash money or anything like that, no matter if it's weapons, cash money, we are still spending the money.
Send
And
money.
it's
Hmm.
ways that we can help our people here today in America. And it doesn't matter who you are. Like, and
Hmm.
I tell people today, like, it's no more classes of people. You either poor in America, you either working poor.
Are you
And
rich?
excuse me. It is three classes in
Mhm.
America. Your ass is dead ass poor,
Or
or you working
working
poor,
poor,
or your ass got some money.
money. That's it.
And
It's
that's
no
it.
gray
It's
area.
no in the middle because middle class people who get up every day to bust their ass, they don't get no kind of handouts and
Nah.
they don't get no type of help when it comes to health care,
Healthcare,
paying for school choice.
food,
Like
food
they don't
stamps.
get no kind of help for
Motherfucker,
that.
they gonna offer you $20 in food stamps and say be happy with that.
And
That's
that's what
all
I'm
that.
trying to tell people. And people think that type of shit is funny and they could be like, that's not funny and that's
But
not
this is another thing
what
I
we
be
want to
trying to
be.
tell black people also. The reason why Democrats and liberals go so hard for that welfare and shit because it's more white people on welfare than it
Of
is black
course, and
people,
that's what I
and this
try to
is
tell people.
a statistic.
Let me tell you one
It's
thing real quick, bro. I
this
ain't mean
is
to
a
cut you off.
fact. Hmm.
That's a fact. But let me tell you one thing, and this is one thing that I always tell my people to be aware of. Be aware, and I don't want to say this, and I don't want to say this with no malice in my heart,
Mhm.
but be aware of white women liberals.
Roast. They the
That
worst.
shit is the truth. Be
The
aware
Margaret,
because
the
white
Margaret, what
women
was her
that's
name?
liberals can start a fucking war,
What was her
and
name?
they don't
Margaret
believe that
Stranger.
shit.
That the Margaret Stranger that put Planned Parenthood in the hood when she was coming to be all good, and then we found out later that she was trying to destroy black families and destroy black women. That's why we got all these abortion clinics and things like that. The lady that started Planned Parenthood,
That's
but
what
you
I'm.
know.
They don't
These
understand that. They don't know
white
how to.
woman liberal is the most racist people on this earth. They more racist than
I'm
conservatives.
telling you, and they have to be careful with that. And I'm not trying to change, and I'm
Mm-mm.
not here to change
I'm
nobody
not here to
views.
change
You
nobody's
know,
views. It's my opinion, and that's how I live my life. Just be aware. We just here trying to have awareness.
that's all. I'm
More
just trying to
black
have
people.
awareness.
What we trying to do is bring together our own party. Fuck being Democrat and
That's what I'm
Republican.
trying to tell
Let's
them.
start
We
this
got
black
enough,
party.
and it's enough people out there in front of us, but those people is not gonna move for us, and that's why I try to get, and that's why I get so angry with some of my us regular black folks that get up every day at the crack of the dawn and we busting our ass, like
Yeah.
we really take on too much of this hip hop news and all
Mm-hmm.
these people lives that don't matter. Like we
Right.
have to start coming to get together as the regular black
Real
folks who
men like me and you and real black people got to start standing up and got to start letting motherfuckers define what blackness is.
that's
You
it
don't-
that's it
Blackness don't mean have to you got to degrade your woman or be a YN out
none
here
of that
killing each
none of
other
that shit.
or I got to be a ghetto dude and hold up the street code. No, you could be black and be a professional. You could be black and be a lawyer. Is we got to stop having a hip hop culture
and
define
and
that's the only blackness that we are.
definitely, and let me go off and like I was watching one of the questions that Mr. Charlie had presented to a person, and he asked one of the black guys, "Would you rather your son be Kendrick Lamar or Clarence Thomas?" Which is we all know the only black supreme. Well, he's not
Course
no more. We
justice,
got
but
we
he
got Mrs.
was.
Brown up there on the board
Mhm.
now. Hold
But
on, let me
Clarence
throw a
Thomas
chair
was
for
the
Mrs.
first
Brown.
one.
Hold on one
Yeah,
second.
yeah. There you
I
go.
gotta throw a
Yes,
chair for Mrs. Brown, homie.
yes.
Definitely. But let me get back. Let me not get off topic. But Charlie presented that question: would you want your kid to be like Kendrick Lamar or be Clarence Thomas? Now, let me answer that question very directly. That this college kid that probably don't have his full cortex grown
Mm-hmm.
on the top of his head
His
yet,
head, yeah, that.
but this is what he's supposed to told him. He was supposed to say, yes, I do want my son to be a Supreme Court justice instead of a rapper, but I will never want my son to be a Clarence Thomas.
Thomas.
But if
Thank you.
my son if I had children and they had a choice to be a rapper or a Supreme Court justice, I will 100% want my son to be a Supreme Court justice. Now,
Yes.
one more cheer to that. Hold on one second.
And now let
Hell is
me
wrong with black folks. We
yeah.
definitely need more black lawyers, more black Supreme Court justice. That's the only way things in America will get better and will change. We're
Hmm.
not gonna change by being rappers and basketball players. They look at us like jungle animals. This is
Yeah.
why half of those guys have a platform to speak, but they talk about all sorts of other things that doesn't
Yes.
matter
Hmm. Now
because they
that
are
let me
behold to someone. They are
like the
behold to
million
someone.
dollars worth of games and platforms and all that, telling
Yeah,
you to
like when they first
leave
came
your.
out, they was
They
very
was
raw.
real.
They was
Yeah.
raw and everything.
Now
But
they
once you
all
start taking that money from
commercialized.
people,
The
no,
commercial
I don't want no money from them. Like I said, I
mm,
want to build this brand from the ground up.
round up.
And this
Mm-hmm.
is real raw blackness.
And real
I don't
raw
want to take
blackness.
nobody $100 million.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
nobody hundred
Because
million.
then I
Like
can't speak the way I want to speak.
I would rather take the money and we come together and we put our money in the pot together and we push to go nationally all
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
Not take this money from an outsider somewhere and they giving
Now
us
you can't
hundreds of
talk.
millions of dollars.
Now we
I
can't
don't want
talk.
their
Now we
money.
can't talk how we want to talk. But now let me answer a question that Charlie Kirk said. I watched him debating a young black boy, and he was saying that young black gangs are the most violent in America. So now let me answer that question. Without context, yeah, you could say the young black gangs are the most violent in America without context, but let's add context. Is these young black gangs going to shoot up schools? No. Is these
No
young
way.
black gangs going to commit serial murders? No. Why is these young black gangs murdering each other? Because there's no jobs in the neighborhoods. You took all the recreation programs away from the young black boys. It's no after. Remember, we used to go to the center, play basketball after school and all that. It's
Salvation Army every day.
Salvation Army every day. So it's none of that. And then another thing, you locked up all their older brothers and fathers. So now who can they lean to? If they only could lean to the grandmothers and mothers, and not trying to shit on black women, but she could raise a great young man, but she can't teach him how to be a man. Let me
That's
say
right.
that again. She can raise a great man, but she cannot teach him how to be a
Hold on
man.
1 second. We got a cheer to that one, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So when Charlie Kirk say, "Oh, young black gangs is violent and all that," yeah, they violent because of the systematic oppression and things that y'all put them under and shit like that. If you throw 1,000 lions in a cage and tell them, "Hey, y'all motherfuckers fight y'all way out. We ain't gonna give y'all no help," what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a lot of killing. There's gonna be a lot of murdering.
That's it.
You know, so that is when Charlie Kirk did say that, I'm like, nah, that's not without context. And like you said, he was
Yes, a
debating a
lot of
lot
things
of
he said, he
he
will
was
make
debating a
you
lot of
change your
kids that didn't.
opinion.
Yeah, he didn't. He was debating a lot of kids that didn't have the brain
Didn't
power
have
to
the
be like,
mindset yet.
hold on, Charlie. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
to
yes, and he
answer
let him
that
talk them.
directly when he talked about black gangs, that shit was bullshit because there's more context behind that. These young boys ain't got their fathers in their life. They ain't got their older brothers. They mother working 2 or 3 jobs just for them to survive and pay that 1,500, $1,800 rent. So
That's
you
right. And
know,
mama
a
ain't
motherfucker,
home, and the
mama ain't
boys
home
is,
to tell him, so
yeah,
the streets gonna raise him, so he see the older drug dealer as we go back to the example. Motherfuckers never told me, hey, go be a lawyer. You very intelligent, Chris. Nah. Here,
nah,
take this
motherfuckers
pack.
try to
Yeah, yeah,
hand us a
hand
pack.
the pack. Here, hand the pack and go make $1,000. Give me 900 and you take 100. And we thought that was cool at 15, 16.
At 15, 16 years old. Yeah, that's why. That's why it was good for us to get out of them certain
Mhm.
environments. And not to say nothing. Like I always loved my
I
home. I
love
will
New York
always love
City. I
Brooklyn.
love New York City. I
I
love
love New
Brooklyn.
York, but I love Brooklyn. And I
I
will
love
never
Brooklyn.
ever lose the love for Brooklyn. I
Brooklyn.
love Brooklyn to the death
But
of
would
me.
I live there?
Would
Hell
I
no.
live there? No way. Like
Hell
I
no.
can't wait for the police to come. I have to defend myself. So like I said, when it comes to those views, I'm very conservative on those views because
Mhm.
I have to defend myself.
Myself, yeah. I will always have my gun everywhere I go. And I've been really alert since this Charlie Kirk shit, because in my head, I know it's one of these fucking white boys
Definitely,
that's gonna
definitely.
go out
Yo,
here
I
and
explain
shoot
this
up
to my
something.
girl
Man,
every
I
day.
know it's
Like
coming.
I got her to go to the classes. Like even in North Carolina, you can carry now without but you got to be open carry if you don't got your
Oh,
conceal. But
mm,
like I got her, like yeah, like go and take those classes because like I'm not even worrying about like you said the rhetoric from Trump, and I'm worrying about him. He was more powerful than Donald Trump.
mm,
He had 1.3 million followers, and then when he died, his followers went up to 5 million.
million. And
5 million. Like they
see,
made this
people is
man a
not
real
even
martyr.
asking the why. They asking the what and why and who. They not asking the why. Why did Charlie Kirk die? Why did he get killed?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I tell people all the time that like I don't like it's deeper than the surface. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
deeper than it ain't just that easy that you seen. Like they said, like it's a lot of things going around. Like how can you break down a whole rifle in your pants that you just fired? The whole barrel is smoking hot.
Man, and he put that shit in his pants. Then
He put a
Don't get
smoking
me.
barrel in his
Then he
pants.
jumped off a building that at least about 2 stories. The fuck, the 2 stories, and then walked down the neighborhood with a hot barrel rifle.
And then
Come
he
on.
assembled the rifle and put it in the woods.
No, no. What happened to the old dude that they had arrested
The
first?
old guy, and the old guy saying that he ain't talking.
Yeah. Come on now.
Like, what's going on? And
But
you know who
soon
the
as
old
Charlie Kirk started going
the old
against,
guy was, and you know who the old guy was. He was the J word, but
yeah.
we don't try to get in trouble for saying the J word.
Say
You can say
word.
any other word on the
Word.
internet except for the
But
J
you
word.
can't say that word. They might shut
Yeah,
our
don't
live
say the
down.
J word. I don't want to lose my job for saying the J word because
They might shut our
I still
live
got a
down.
day job.
Yeah. But that's what I was saying. Like Charlie Kirk started talking about those certain type of people. When he
Yes.
started turning on those type of
When
people,
you start turning on those type of people, then
what what
things
happened?
move fast. But
What
and
happened a
that's the
week
thing I don't
later?
understand about
What
America
happened a week later?
is our country, or do our country works for somebody else?
Hmm. I
That's the
know.
questions that
I
we
know
need to
this
be
is
asking.
a business. America is ran as a business.
Of course. And I always tell people all the time, people, oh, the democracy. I said, look in your pledging, look at the pledging,
I
the
pledge
pledge of
allegiance
allegiance.
to the republic. We're a
Of
republic.
course, we are
We're
a
not a
republic. We are not a
democracy.
democracy,
We're a
folks.
republic. A republic, it means if you go back to the Roman days, the senators and the Senate controlled the whole state. You come to America, the senators and the Senate controls the whole state. We are a
That's what I told
republic
them.
that
Like
is
those the ones
disguised
who
as a
need the real
democracy.
term limits. We don't
Yeah.
care for the president. You need the senator.
There's no
Like
way
why you
that
got
Nancy
guys like
Pelosi
you
are the been in office 40 years.
you got guys, yeah, Nancy Pelosi. Then you got guys on the right side like the senator of South Carolina, one of the poorest states in our nation, the Mr. Great Lindsey Graham, who's been
Grand, yeah,
sitting around for 25 years as
5
a senator,
years.
and South Carolina is
Wow.
number 48 in reading and math.
Hmm.
But this is the same guy that y'all elected to about 4 terms to the Senate of y'all state.
Come on now. And he
And
up
that's why
there
I try to tell
speaking
them like
all
they
this
always, and
BS.
that's one thing I could, that's
Or
one thing
Senator
that
Ted
I could agree
Cruz.
with the liberal side on
Let me
is
get that
that,
right.
say it
Ted
again,
Cruz. Senator Ted Cruz right
Senator
here in
Ted Cruz,
Texas.
another one.
Motherfucker, Texas got some of the lowest educational rates in America, but y'all let this guy be senator for 30 years?
Every year, every 4 6 years, whatever they terms come up, and y'all elect the same people because you know why? White people will rather elect white supremacy over their own over their own beliefs.
Yes.
That's
Hmm.
the problem. They will love
Hmm.
to keep white supremacy in place.
Yes. They'll
So
love to
they
keep
will
a
keep
white.
voting for white supremacy the whole time. They
Hmm.
don't care about who the people are or none of that. Like they will just vote for white supremacy. They don't
But
care if the other candidate is better.
that's the one thing I do agree with the Democrats is that we got to get away from the electoral college. The electoral
Of
college
course. Yeah, the electoral
is
college is
killing.
bullshit.
That's the one thing I do agree with the Democrats. They never gonna have a Democrat president again if they don't get rid of the electoral
Yeah, they
college.
gotta get rid of that. But yeah, because I don't think so either because the Gavin Newsoms and
Hmm.
people like that, I don't think they ready to step up to those type of places.
And that's why I'm telling people be quiet about this Charlie Kirk shit because they gonna turn that against the liberals when it's time to
Of
vote and
course.
all that. They gonna turn that against them.
They're gonna have a bunch of commercials out next
Hmm.
year for the midterms.
Hmm.
And
That's
that's
gonna
what a
be
lot
their
of people
number
got to
one.
look at. Like a lot of people look at these 4 year races to the president.
Nah,
The
it's the
president of
2 year
nobody. You
races.
have to look at your local races. You got to
Hmm.
look at who your mayor. Like just like now, they got the New York City thing going on with the Zoran Mandani.
Yeah,
They got everybody. They got everybody against Zoran Mandani. Like I don't know too much about him because I don't live there no more. But
yeah. I've been
one
reading a
thing,
little bit about the candidates and all that. You
okay,
know.
one thing I can always say is that they always talk about socialism. It won't work. It won't work. But how do our rich people keep living off of socialist policies though?
That's how they stay
That's the
rich. They
thing I
live
don't
off of
get though. Like
socialism.
they don't want to give the country the stuff that they need, the universal health care,
Hmm.
things like that. Like, oh,
Because
that's
that cuts
socialist
into
policies. But how
capitalism.
come our rich keep getting socialist policies and it's not trickling down yet? Y'all been
Yes.
calling that the trickle down effects for years. He said, "Oh, mess. Oh, she said, how are they going to turn that against the liberals? The
It's
Charlie Kirk
easy.
shit."
All those Democrat senators and everything that was out there praising and being happy about Charlie Kirk. When you go to those battleground states, see, battleground states is the see. We're not talking about y'all in New York. Of course, y'all gonna be liberal. People in Texas, of course, these motherfuckers gonna be Republican. We talk about those battleground states like Ohio's, the
That's
Michigans, the
that's where they want them.
Indianas. That's where they're going to use that rhetoric at. Oh, this Democrat senator was up there talking about F. He don't care about the First Amendment and say F Charlie Kirk. He happy Charlie Kirk dead. Know what those people in that battleground state going to be like? Nah, we not messing with that liberal. Same thing
And
that
that's
they
what I try
did.
to tell
The
them.
same thing they
And
did to Kamala Harris. Oh,
that's
nah,
the
we not
same thing.
messing with
And that's
Harris.
what
We
the
messing with
election
Trump.
is. That's what the elections is
Mm-hmm.
won on. The
Mm-hmm.
elections is not won on. Like, we already know what states is gonna split which way and which way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 7 battleground
Battleground
states that you
states
need to be in tune with. If you're
with
not in tune with the
Colorado,
7 battleground states, I
Nevada,
can name them for you, but
Ohio.
that's what you
Yeah.
have to be in tune with. Because
Georgia, they is mad that Georgia is a battleground state now.
yeah,
It's
they
never
pissed
made. They
off. They hate
mad.
that the black people move to Georgia.
Georgia, they
They
was,
hate that the black people making something of themselves in Georgia.
yeah. They like this has never been a battleground state for 50 years. It's
Like, we
been
got too many
red.
of them here.
Yeah. Now
They
you know
start
that
counting the
state been
motherfuckers. They
flipped.
start saying, "Yo, some of them
Biden
is
won it.
illegal."
Biden won it. Hillary won it. Then Trump won it. The Georgia is that Georgia, North Carolina. That's two major battleground states. Ohio,
Yep.
Michigan. You know, Arizona. With the states, with all the states that Trump won, that made him
Trump won all the
Georgia,
battleground states.
ground states.
He won all
Georgia,
7. He
yeah,
killed the. He went to
Pennsylvania,
Ohio.
Ohio,
He won
Pennsylvania,
Ohio. He won Michigan. He won
mm,
Pennsylvania.
mm,
He won North Carolina.
Carolina,
He won
Georgia,
Georgia. He won Arizona, and
Arizona,
he won the
and
other one out there,
Nevada.
Nevada.
The
He won
seven
all 7
battles,
of
the
those.
seven
That's all
battles.
7 states that Trump won.
Mm-hmm.
And now
And why
today
did
that
he
he won
win?
those states, those people hate him.
They hate him. They
They
don't can't
hate
even
him. They
stand him.
stupid. They were so, but that's the problem with America sometimes too. America will vote against, like, they were so set on not wanting to
Having
elect
a
a
black
woman,
woman,
especially a black woman. We
black
like,
woman.
nah, we already had this brown skinned motherfucking talking good guy in the office. We can't,
we,
yeah,
we
we
can't
can't
let
have
we
her in
can't let no
office.
swag, no more
Yeah.
swag in
And
the
that's one
office.
thing, and that's one thing I gotta give a shout out to Barack Obama on, is that, like, I didn't really get into much politics around, well, at the end of
Yeah, I
his
was
time
too
I
young.
started to
I
get into,
wasn't.
it was
Yeah, I
after
was
his
just
second
young.
term.
Yeah,
But I gotta shout out him is because Obama never promised nothing. He always hoped for everything.
yeah.
None of his speeches he promised. That's why
He
he was
didn't
a smart
promise nothing.
man.
That's why they ran on hope.
That's
On
why they
hope.
ran on hope. Obama never promised nothing.
But people don't understand Obama, his whole 8 years in office, he was up against a Republican House and a Republican Senate.
Of
Obama
course,
didn't
he couldn't
have
do nothing.
nothing. He couldn't do
He couldn't do
nothing.
nothing.
That's why people be like, oh, he gave the gays. No, that's the only thing they allowed him to give
To
was
give
gay
him. That's
marriage.
it.
That's
That's it.
motherfucker, that's all we gonna give you.
And I'm
Other than
not
that,
gonna lie. One thing about them, they got a strong army.
mhm,
You can't even say certain shit with them.
shit
Like with
about
us,
that.
they could call us all types of names and apologize and still have their jobs. You say one thing terrible about one of those, and
That,
it's over with for you. Your
that
whole
could be
career is
the.
done.
Oh, I'm on my podcast, man.
Yeah, like a whole, them things is done, bro. Like, I'm like, God damn, the way they do people. But like, that's how we need to be. We need to be strong like that. Like I listen to all these radio shows and morning show. I listen to Charlemagne the God and all them, and they up there calling people niggas and crackers, and
Yeah,
I'm like, but they wouldn't
bro.
never say that the other word. If you say too much of some other shit, like, they could cut you off, man.
Off, man. See,
But
that's
you could
my
sit
whole
here
thing is like,
and play with our people all day on live TV
mhm,
and on
that's my
live
whole thing,
radio.
Nelly. Who is black people following nowadays? Are we following the real black leaders? Or are we following the people who got the money to be leaders?
That's what I think they really are. I think they following. I don't, man. I don't know. I know a lot of these people is lost, man.
Because not to go, not to, I'm about to make a lot of people mad. Charlie Kirk had to be doing something for them to kill him. That Dr. Umar, Tamika Mallory, My Song, who else? Who is the other guys? That
Yeah,
all
they
the
don't
other
believe
black.
in them.
Yeah. So what
They
I'm
don't
telling
believe them.
people, Dr. Umar, if he was moving the needle, they would have been shot him down.
Yeah, he
Charlie
ain't doing
Kirk
nothing with that
was
school. That's
moving the
why I'm telling you, he a
needle.
fraud.
Charlie Kirk
Umar a
was moving
fraud.
the needle away from Trump. That's what a lot of people don't even. He started going against Trump. Him and Candace Owens started going
Yeah,
against Trump.
definitely,
I'm not a
definitely.
Kirk fan, but I know this is what was
That's why she on
happening.
her platform crying
Yeah,
and all that now. She
yeah.
know.
She was no, they was going against him. So this is what I'm saying is we following the Dr. Umars because we already know he's paid. He's been bringing out a school for 20 years. We
Yeah,
still
he
haven't seen the
that
schools.
school is done.
Yeah, so is we really following black leaders, or are we following people that's just getting money to be black leaders, like the Wallows and the Gillies, or the drink champs, or Cam, like Cam making a fool of all your friends and stuff like that just to be on Revolt and shit like
Yeah,
that. It's
man. Like that's
crazy, man.
crazy, man. With that him and that Dame Dash joint, man. That
Yeah,
shit shouldn't
Dame,
have got out like
Dame,
that.
Dame helped you out, bro. Like I mean, and that's the topics I hope we could do this every week. Probably could get two shows in a week. That'd be even better, man.
Definitely,
And
definitely.
things like that. Get two shows. And so, what's other topics you want to? What's another chat? Y'all got anything y'all want us to discuss? Y'all ain't
That's why I
got no
said
other.
anybody in the chat out there. I see anybody in the chat, man. I seen a few questions pop up.
Yeah, y'all gotta.
Anybody in the chat out there want to,
All right,
give us something?
I see somebody said I'm working poor around Julio.
You said what?
He said I'm working poor around Ron.
I don't. Yo, who wrote that shit? Who wrote that?
Ron Julio, your bro.
Yeah, he crazy, man.
Yeah, but Ron, you not the only motherfucker working poor. 85% of America is working poor. That's why when I go to the gram and Facebook, I be disgusted because I'm like, how is everybody taking trips? And when I know 85% of America living paycheck to paycheck, and that 15%, you either, and that 15% is not no NBA players and doctors and lawyers running around like that. So, somebody give me the sauce. How can I take a trip and shit
That's what
like
I'm
that?
trying to tell. Like, man, I don't know. Like, see me, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like me, see, I don't know how a lot of people do it, but see, I don't have any kids, so
Yeah, so see, you lucky motherfucker.
yeah, so I see
That's
how sometimes I could do a little things move a little different, but it be a lot of people around here with kids and stuff, man, and they be, you know,
motherfucker got 3 kids, no job, but in Puerto Rico every other week.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, how the
You
fuck
need to
can I
fuck.
do that? Yo, I sit at home scratching my head, trying to go through bills and shit, trying to pay the bills and all that. And I look on motherfucking Instagram and Facebook. These motherfuckers is having fun in Puerto Rico, Dominican
Rico,
Republic. Like,
brother,
yo,
bro.
God,
I'm like, how the
how can
hell,
I get to
man?
y'all level, man? I want to get on y'all level.
But if you go to the motherfucker's house, they ain't even they sleeping on the air mattress,
That's
boy.
the that's the shit about it. That's the shit about it right
They
there. See,
sleeping
man,
on the
that's
air
one thing I
mattress.
do, man.
A
I'm gonna take care
motherfucker,
of home first.
like
I'm
I
gonna
ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
need
definitely take care of home
bro.
first.
Like
They know that shit. The lights,
I get paid
the
a great
TV. Yo, listen.
salary.
Let me tell you one thing. The lights, the TV needs to work. The
Work, right?
TV, the TV needs to work
Needs to
for me.
work.
I go to bed every night with the TV on, so I
That
gotta keep that shit on.
that shit on, right? That in the central air, down south, we gotta have that central air. Nigga
Yo,
ain't got no window
that
unit.
motherfucker Ron Julio is crazy down there. He taking trips to Puerto Rico for lunch.
Lunch, I'm telling you, bro. Nigga, they taking trips to like nigga be like, yo, I'm about to go to Pete. I was just talking to my homeboy, like no lie, real story. I ain't gonna say his name, but he gonna be mad at me for mentioning it. I was just talking to my homeboy, this nigga ain't working 3 months, but he going to DR. I'm like, bro, how is you going to DR and you ain't working 3 months? He just give me the smile. I don't know what these motherfuckers doing, but they doing it, bro, out
Yeah,
here,
I
man.
don't, man.
And
I
if
don't
I
know
gotta
what they
do
doing, bro.
man, I got too many kids to be doing illegal activities, so shit,
Assistance from social
social
service under
service.
stolen identities. Yo, they may be all pulling that shit off, Tanya. They probably
They
is, man.
probably
I
are.
don't know. I don't know.
I'm
Like,
telling
yeah,
you.
man. Like a lot of people out here, man. I spoke with a lot of people earlier, man. I don't see a lot of y'all up here, man.
Yeah, a
Let me
lot of
hear
people.
some
They
of y'all
probably.
questions, man.
I want to hear the questions, man. Like what
That's
they
what I'm
got to
saying. Like they
say.
know this is an open dialogue for anybody. Let me get a question from somebody out there for us, man. We
Mhm.
set it off.
We already got. If y'all want to know why did I become a conservative, I'll explain that. Why did I become a conservative?
Mm,
You know, let me dive into that. Why did I become a conservative? Because I know motherfuckers be like, Chris, you from the same. So me growing up in Brooklyn, growing up in Bushwick, I was in Bushwick,
yeah,
Brooklyn, 25 years of my life, and I had a chance, an opportunity to come to Texas to make something better with myself. So when I'm
of
coming to
course.
Texas, Houston, niggas from New York, like, oh man, we going to this racist ass Republican state. But getting down here and just once I got down here, and then once I started moving, got a job in those seconds. That wasn't a problem. But once I just started getting embedded with the cultures, started speaking to more black people, even speaking to white people, Spanish is Texas is like 60% Hispanic, so it's more Mexicans out here than
Yeah,
anything. That's so that when people be like, oh y'all, nah, Texas is more Hispanic than white or black. So me just moving around, and then once I started getting gun licenses and started having kids and started worrying about more of my money, I started noticing that, oh, I do got some conservative views. I'm not a Republican. I would never sit up here and say I'm a Republican, but I do have them conservative views. And there's nothing wrong with being conservative, of
nothing
being
at
for
all.
family, being for God, being for country. I don't know anything about Africa. I know a lot about America. I love America. Not the people that's in control of America. I like the idea of America, what America represents. And China, if you're born poor, you're gonna die poor. You know,
That's
it's
it. That's it over there
in
in China.
certain,
But
you know.
I'm not gonna lie though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Over there in China though, those motherfuckers living in the year 3000 though, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those motherfuckers living in the year 3000. Like
We
we way
still
behind.
behind.
We
That's the
way
thing.
behind
Like,
them
we
motherfuckers.
still use that Jadorian calendar. That shit
Like
is way
I was
behind.
just watching the other day. I watched these motherfuckers build a bridge in 6 months. Like that's crazy. Like
Did you
we
see
never
they
doing that.
AI?
We
Did you
never
see they
doing that. Like
AI? Like
they've
they
been working on the
AI?
FDR. They've been working on the FDR since I was a kid, and they still working on it.
Man, they've been working on the FDR since
All
we,
right, hold
man.
on.
How
How y'all
y'all
feel
feel about?
about Charlie saying black people was better off slavery?
You could go
Nah,
first, and
hold on.
then I'll come right
Go
after you.
ahead. You go ahead. You started. I got you. Go ahead.
He was a piece of shit for saying that. Like what we said earlier, I didn't agree with nothing what Charlie said. I just didn't like the way he died. Now, when he's saying black people was better off with slavery, how the hell was we better off with slavery than when we wasn't allowed to have any money? We wasn't allowed to be with our family. We wasn't allowed to have a freedom of speech. They didn't allow us to read and write, and when they allowed us to read and write, they told us what to read and write, the Bible. So Charlie Kirk was just, you know, that was a piece of shit that he said
Yeah,
that,
like he
and
he
I
just
couldn't
like I said,
even.
he had a piece of shit views on that man.
Hmm.
Like that's one thing I say about like it was no at no time we was better off in slavery. It's no
Hmm.
time at they using our big strong black men to go out and fight each other, and the only way you could get a meal if you was to kill that other
Well,
black man.
yeah,
Like it was no
no
time at all.
time.
So that bullshit that was coming out his mouth, saying that about black people, that was total
Yeah,
bullshit. We
that
was
was just
never off being said.
bullshit.
Now, one thing I could say, how do y'all feel about Kanye saying slave? Oh shit, that
Man,
motherfucker
don't
there.
even get me on Kanye,
Don't ever get
man.
me on that motherfucker there. Like that motherfucker Kanye West is crazy. He, like,
Tell
I'm
me,
not even
what's the
gonna lie.
choice? Now, let me ask
Some
you this,
shit.
Tanya.
Yeah,
Let me ask Tanya this. I don't want to say it wrong, but how do you feel with a motherfucker saying black woman is only beautiful when they got weave? That's the equivalent to saying Kanye saying slavery is a choice. You
that's
feel
what
me?
I'm.
It's
Yeah,
so if
like that
black
shit
woman is
sounds
only beautiful
crazy.
when they got weave, so yeah, that shit is bullshit. I'm not trying to disrespect my black queens. I love y'all, but that same comment is the same shit. Like, oh, black woman is only beautiful when they got weave in their hair or
Like
something.
that guy is crazy, man. I
That's
don't
bullshit.
understand about him. Yeah, he
Slavery
crazy.
was a choice. Yeah, a choice,
Slavery was not a fucking
a
choice.
fucking
But
choice
one thing I could say, brother, though, is that I think in my mind, segregation
was.
was okay, was good for us. But
Hmm.
one thing about them that like that I always think in my mind is that desegregation helped a little bit is because if we were still segregated, this country will be burned down
It'll be
because
burned down.
like I tell people all the time, white people are some of the most, like, white people know connections. They get
Yeah.
connections. They are not smart people.
Mm-mm. I
And
talk,
most of the stuff
bro.
that they have today was passed down through generations.
Ration.
Like, I
Like
live here in North
motherfuckers.
Carolina and I ride around this whole state every day.
Mhm.
Like, that's what I do for a living. I drive for a living. So I ride around this state and I see all this farmland, all these white people. These motherfuckers got three teeth in their mouth. And I ask
Man,
myself sometimes, I'll be like, how they get all this shit? But then I think
telling me
about it.
about it.
Free labor.
Free labor
They got it
in
for free
Texas,
labor and they
bro.
passed it down for years.
I'm starting to feel like I might be the smartest black nigga in Texas. And I'm not trying to diss my other black people. It's just when I talk to
Bro, it's
white
crazy.
people, when I talk to these white people out here in Texas, that's why I got to start telling black people, y'all got to start going out talk to more white people and y'all figure out these motherfuckers is really dumb. The ones
I'm
that's
telling you.
smart, the ones that's really smart is the ones that's in the positions that they are. But the rest of them, they some dumb motherfuckers,
I'm
bro.
telling you, bro. Like,
I'm at
a
a
lot of
job
white
right
people
now.
is like you, like his, like, yo, Trump said it. I love the poorly educated.
Mm,
He told y'all this shit. He told y'all, and that's what they do. That's what they do. That's why when you can be
and
conservative, but you don't have to be a Republican.
Republican,
You don't
yes,
have to be a
have to
Republican
be
because Republicans today are
are dumb,
stupid and they are
and
ass kissers. Like, you
they
got
are
people like
dumb.
Ted Cruz that this man said Jeff father had dealings with assassinating JFK. He called
Yeah,
your wife ugly and now you kiss his ass.
yes, yeah. He's
Mark
a
Rubio, he
dumb
called you little hands, little Marco, and now he got you on a dog leash like a bitch. Like,
man.
you know what I mean? Like, that's why I tell people today, like, you can be conservative. Like, it's some conservatives out there still. You got, like, you got Rand Paul.
Yeah, Rand Paul. He
Shout out
don't
to
agree.
Rand Paul. Like,
He
you know
don't
what I mean?
agree with
Rand Paul
nothing
gonna
that
stand
Trump.
on his
Yeah,
shit.
he don't agree with nothing
And
that.
one thing I don't agree with though is my senator here today, Tom Tillis, is a bitch though. He want to
Mm,
retire and then he want to start talking shit and all
talking
that.
all
Tom
that
Tillis
shit.
is a
Yeah.
bitch.
And another people, Joe Rogan is another conservative that a lot of people that don't agree with
Yeah, they
the
don't agree with
Republican
Joe at
rhetoric.
all.
Yeah, but he's not one of those. He's not an extreme Republican or
Nah, he not.
conservative.
He can still he can still go up there and and tell Trump when he wrong
Mhm.
or when he
Yeah,
did some, so that's
yeah,
why I
he.
still mess with Joe Rogan. But it's another guy I want to discuss though that I'll be watching every night on my girl show, which I'm not even watching tonight though, but I watch her every night though. Abby Phillips on CNN. That dude,
Mm,
do you know Scott Jennings?
I heard of the name, never really
Scott Jen-
paid
you
attention
got
to
to
him.
look at that guy. He from Kentucky, Scott Jennings though.
All
Scott
right,
Jennings,
Scott,
that right there, that guy there, you got to look up on him, bro. That guy is a nasty guy. He's a very nasty
nasty,
individual,
diabolical,
man. Like,
diabolical. Yeah,
you got to look up Scott Jennings though.
yeah. I heard of the name. The name sounds real familiar. I
Yeah,
know it's been.
Scott Jennings, that guy there, he's no good.
And another guy
That's
that's real
and that's why
nasty
I'm
and
trying to drop some of
diabolical,
these names in
Will
these
Kane.
comments on these people. Like, I don't
Will
see that, like,
Kane.
a lot of people be running to
Yeah.
the lives for a bunch of dumb shit and all that,
Hmm.
and I don't see our shit pushing up.
Yeah.
But we trying to drop some knowledge to people and
Will
drop some
Kane
names
is
that
another
people need
name
to
y'all need to
look up and
follow.
see. And they always worrying about Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Donald
No.
Trump is not even a man. He about to, Donald Trump could be dead in any time. Like, that
Anytime, yeah.
man is 80 years old.
I want y'all to go look up Will Kane also. He has the biggest conservative news show on Fox News and he talk a lot of nasty bullshit. That's
Wayne,
why they
yeah, we
kicked
know
him.
Will Kane. He
That's
should be
why
on
they kicked him
ESPN.
off
They know
ESPN.
him.
Yes, yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta know
yeah.
Will Kane from
Will Kane.
ESPN.
Yeah, Will Kane. Look his
Like,
bullshit up
all these
too.
people, like the next time we do this, man, I want more questions up here because more
Mm.
people need to know who these people are. Like, and
Man, get the
you know,
awareness out there. Y'all that is tuned in. We gonna be doing this every week. We gonna try to push it up to 2 times a week, but get this awareness out. This the discussions that we need and things. I know this just a
this is what we need, brother.
experiment, a moment how we just came, but this is what we need and things like this.
This is definitely
Like
what we
y'all
need,
people
man.
that's in here from y'all listening, y'all spread that word and y'all could keep spreading
Please, I
that
want
word.
them to share this to their peoples and all that,
Mhm.
man. You share this, man. Like, we going, like you said, we going to at least try to do this 2 times a week.
Yeah, and then now when y'all see me posting shit, y'all understand that I'm not a Republican. I'm a conservative.
That's
So
it,
now y'all
definitely,
don't
man,
gotta be
definitely.
offended
Cause
when I'm
yo,
posting something.
I seen it last week, man. You was
Yeah,
taking a lot of flack for that shit,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. But I stood up for what I believe in. I'm a
Of course,
conservative. I'm not.
of
I'm
course.
not
I
going
seen a
just
lot of. I was
because I'm
like,
taking
damn, my
slack
boy
from my.
taking heat for behind
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah, from the community, but I'm a always break down. I'm not a Republican. I'm a
Is Will Kane
conservative.
usually on Fox? Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yes,
Will
yes.
Kane is on
Hey,
Fox News, I think at 4 p.m.
4
He come
p.m.
on, yeah, he come on right before the
Mm-hmm,
5.
mm-hmm.
That's why I tell people, like, that's why with me, I watch both sides.
What
I
about gay
watch,
rights?
what about gay rights?
I'm real conservative on that, so don't even get me to talking. I might get banned. So you
Yeah,
you
nah,
got
nah, don't do that, man. Don't do that,
the
man. We just start, don't do that, man. See,
don't do
they trying
that,
to pull us
Ron.
out the way, man. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
don't do that,
You allowed to be what
Ron.
you want. Of course,
Well,
that's
of
right. That's
course,
right.
of course,
We
of
gonna
course.
agree
We're
with
gonna keep
Ebony
that. We're
Ann
gonna
on that.
agree, and
You
we're
a
gonna
grad.
keep
You this
you
is 2025, and you
five.
allowed
Be
to be
happy.
whatever you want to
Yeah,
be.
you be happy what you want to be.
Be
We ain't
whatever you
gonna
want to
even get
be. Like
into those
that's all we
topics.
speak on that. All we care
Mhm.
about is our black rights. That's
Yeah, we
all,
we
Ron. We
we
care
not
about
we
our
not
black rights.
we're
Like,
not touching that community, and we're
yeah,
not
we ain't
touching
even gonna
that
mess
J
with that over there.
community.
Anybody could
Those
be
two
who they want to be,
communities, we
and you
not
could come
touching
on
it.
this platform if you are one of those people. You can
Come up here
also
and have
join
the
our
open
platform, and you
discussion.
could come
Yeah.
on here.
Have the
Definitely,
open
you could
discussion with
definitely.
us.
I welcome anybody. I welcome conservatives. I welcome liberals. I welcome even Republicans, Democrats, independents. That's what I am. I'm an independent. I'm a registered independent.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know that, I'm a registered independent. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican.
And I'm
So
a
I have
registered
views.
conservative.
I have conservative views, and I also have liberal views because
Reviews.
I think the Second Amendment should be our right, and I also think universal health care should be a right.
Mm-hmm.
It should not be a privilege to have health care. It should be a right
Yes.
to have health care. In
Hmm.
this country here today, where we call ourselves the most richest, powerful nation on the face of this earth,
And you can't
we
pay
should
for
take care of our
motherfuckers.
people.
Yeah, man.
We
That shit is
definitely should take care of
bullshit.
our people. There's
That shit
nowhere
is
in the
the
world
way the
that we
world.
can
You could
preach
give
that we
somebody
are the.
$1 billion in a lotto, but you can't get $1 billion for healthcare.
That's it. Help. I don't understand, bro. Yo, it's one topic that I do want to get into real quick
All
with you
right.
before we go though. How you feel about the I was reading up the other day, Jay-Z and Beyonce had dinner with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. How
Hmm.
you feel about that one?
I feel what what Jay do. Jay make a lot of power moves behind the scenes for himself that disguised as for the people.
Of course.
But what's the end game? Why is they sitting down with these two people? What are they trying to get for the community instead of trying to get for themselves?
That and that's the thing I don't understand right there. Like when I was reading up on, I had mixed feelings too. I'm like, damn, Jay, you gonna sit down? I understand they not in the White House no more, but in that first term, they was some of the like those two was some of the ones who
Hmm.
had his ear and they was pushing that bullshit out there.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like, and like I read up another thing, like he did make a lot of his money from, Black
Hmm.
Power movement and
Black
all
power
that.
movement and all that. Man,
And now
what I
you
told
sitting
people
down with these kind of people.
What I tell people, and I'm gonna tell all of y'all, be careful of the people that push the black struggle, because that is the new hustle.
Of
Motherfuckers
course.
that's
That's why you
out
gotta
here
watch
pushing
those
the
people.
black struggle, that is the new hustle. The
Ron, so
Sinetta
how we feel about
TVs.
yeah, how you say how we feel about healthcare? We were just on
We
that
just say
topic,
we,
but
we think everybody should have health care
that's
paid by
right.
the
Healthcare
government.
should be a right, not a privilege. That's what we
Yeah.
feel about healthcare. Universal healthcare for everybody. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
pushing for. On this platform here, universal healthcare. They
Health
could call
care.
it liberal view, whatever they want.
Wanna,
But
but
we study sending hundreds of billions of dollars
mhm. And we
every
agree
day.
with
Like we
women
over
doing
here, like
whatever
we
they
over
want.
here fighting
And we agree.
we over
Don't
here
get that
fighting
part.
bilateral wars every day. Like
Mm-hmm.
we are on the edge. We are on the edge of a real world war again. Trump and them
Mm-hmm.
over here is blowing up Venezuelan boats saying they drug cartels and things like that's we don't nobody know if that's true.
True.
And
Yeah.
then they sending billions of dollars to the Ukraine, giving them defense weapons and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. Then they building up the army, and that's another thing in that Gaza and Israel thing. Like, oh, people like Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings
Mm-hmm.
was ready to cry on TV last night about the Charlie Kirk situation, but I can remind 2 months ago that when we was asking about the babies being blown up in Gaza and things, he had nothing to say on
You
that. He
say
just
about
sat
it,
back
right?
here and said it's a casualty of war.
Mm-hmm.
Like babies was dying every day, and babies is still dying today. I just want to get that out there too one time
Mm-hmm.
that like like I don't have nothing against the Israeli people, like
Yes.
nothing at all. Let's get that out there. Nothing against
Mm.
the Israeli
Israel
people.
people
The problem with them people is
is
their
their government.
government. is the prime minister. It's not the people. The people of Israel is just like us. Like, we don't start wars. The
Mm-mm.
government start wars. We trying to go about our everyday life, and we trying to work. We get up, we run, we hustle, we busting, we doing whatever we need to
What we
do to
want to do?
provide for our
Yeah.
families. We not the ones who start the war.
Was.
And what's going on over there today? People always say, "Oh, what about in China where they having the where they lynching people?" Of course, that's wrong. That's wrong there too. That's wrong where they having a civil war in South Sweden
Oh man.
right
And
now.
then
I mean,
Somalia
in
about to
in
explode.
South Sudan, they
Yeah,
having
South
a
Sudan.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, all that stuff is wrong. All them things is wrong. But what they doing over there, y'all trying to occupy land that y'all stole from these people from
People.
1949, and
Uh,
then
for-
y'all deliberately kicked them off the land in
When you
1967 and
finish
forced
that,
them
I'm
all
gonna
the way out to the
expound on
West
that.
Bank.
So now, for people that don't know, that the Israel in the Bible that y'all love so much, that country just became a country in 1948. It was no
1948,
country. It was no country named Israel
Israel,
before that.
period.
Before that,
That's why I try
1948.
to tell people, like, some of those things from those times, and they write in those stories. Them stories been switched around.
Hmm.
Like, those names in the Bible and things like John, Mark, Luke. Those are not the names
Come
that was
on,
in the Bible.
it wasn't no John, Mark,
It
and
wasn't
Luther
no John, Mark, and Luke,
running
David.
around in
No, it was none of that.
Jerusalem. Nah,
It was
wasn't
no
no English.
Abrahams.
No,
It
no
wasn't none of that.
English.
Like,
Nah.
they took our history. Like I
Mhm,
tell my time, they took all of our history and gave us they books.
mhm.
They
And
gave
gave
us
us their
his
book.
story. They took our history and
Know why
gave
the
us
King
his story.
James Bible is so good? Because it was wrote by Shakespeare and another poet. So all the
That's it.
stories that's in there is from Shakespeare's mind. So he could tell a story that make you, oh shit, damn,
Of
this is
course,
nah. Go read the original Bible and everything like
they
that,
don't
man.
do that though. They
That's
don't
why I
do that,
tell people,
and that's
is
why I
it
tell people
just
today. Like, like, and people, and that's why, like, sometimes, like, when I get into them conversations, I be like, man, I don't try to get on too much the religion stuff,
yeah?
because,
Because
like, people get,
that's another topic that our
yeah,
community will tear you down over
yeah. If
religion,
you get
man.
in with the religion, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I got people right now in my family who really don't be fucking with me because I got my own mind and I
Yeah,
don't be on stuff that they be on.
yeah,
Like I tell them all the time, you don't have to follow somebody's way to think. Like, I always
yeah.
tell people all the time, like the stuff that our grandparents was taught, they was
We
taught from their parents, and where their
parents.
parents came from. Their parents came from slavery.
And nine
Like a
times
lot
out
of
of
our
10,
older black
not
people
trying
couldn't
to,
even read.
yeah, not trying to play our older
Not
black
trying to play
people,
our ancestors, but a lot of them couldn't read, and then
but a
they
lot of
passed
shit
down
they was
bullshit to
teaching
us,
us
and we
was
learned it on our
wrong.
own.
Yeah, a
And then
lot
they
of that
like,
shit was
"Oh, you going
wrong.
against the grain, or you
No,
don't know
that
what you're
shit was
talking about." Some of
wrong,
y'all
man.
couldn't read, and it's not y'all fault. If y'all was reading, they would have killed y'all.
Yo,
So
yeah.
we, you know what I mean? Like, we trying to give y'all knowledge, even though y'all
Yeah.
older and y'all stuck in y'all ways, but we trying to give y'all knowledge as well.
Like we didn't like people don't understand like our parents didn't understand when they was whipping our ass and telling us to shut up and give you something to cry for. They didn't understand that was wrong.
That
You
shit
know
was
what I mean?
trauma.
It was
Yo,
trauma. It
that
was
shit was
trauma. It was
trauma, man. They don't be
traumatized.
understanding that,
And
man. You
now
can't
we
be whooping
understand.
your kid's ass
Kids
like
ask
that,
them
man.
that.
Word,
You
you got,
can't whip your
and
kid
people be
ass and
mad at
expect
you, be
them
like,
to
oh, you
be
gotta whip,
quiet.
like, yeah, like, yo, sit them down and talk, like, sit them down, have conversations, and let them
Patience
know
with
about what's
them.
gonna happen in real life if they
Nice,
keep doing.
yeah,
But
man.
giving them a whooping ain't, it sometime ain't gonna change them.
You now
Yeah,
you
not
now
open
you
for me.
raising little
Yes,
demons.
definitely. That's definitely one thing about that I can say. And older people are not open to learning. They are stuck in their ways.
Hmm.
They are definitely stuck in their ways. Older people are definitely stuck in their ways. And it's a shame. Like, y'all have to, like, older people, like our older black generation. Let me speak to y'all. If some of y'all out there, if y'all can share this to them, y'all could, get this to your grandmother or somebody. But y'all have to listen to the younger generation sometimes.
Generation.
All of us is not YNs.
Hmm.
You know what I
And
mean?
a
All of
lot
us
of
is
them,
not YNs.
is
Hold
rejecting.
on, let me see what she said. Hold on, let go ad right there. What
That's
do you
why a
guys
lot of
think
them
about
is.
Candace Owens? I don't agree with everything she says either, but I think she makes some. Bring it down. Help me bring it down. I think she
I
makes some
can't
points on.
agree too
All right, let me
much.
tell you. Hold
Let
on, let
me.
me go up on that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, Eb, I was just like you. I didn't agree with nothing that Candace Owens say until I
said.
had
Yeah.
to start breaking down her videos and going over things. Like some things that Candace said, yes, I'm not gonna agree with. Like she had some outrageous views on some things, but lately and like over maybe the last year and stuff, and I've been listening to her, like, yeah, like she does make some points. Like Candace does make some good points. And but before that time, I wasn't agreeing with her on a lot of them things either. Like she'll say things like, what's damn man, I gotta go back to looking at that. I gotta go back. Hold on, go ahead, Chris.
But yeah, with Candace Owens, the reason why I called Candace Owens full of shit because I was agreeing with her at first when she was talking about the black man need to be black home, but then she come around with a white husband. So everything that she's pushing for black people is been thrown out the windows because she got a white husband. But I
And
can say that she do got some views. Like I could now let me expand on that when Charlie Kirk says black fathers don't be in the home. I could say that I tried to be in the home, both of my homes. I got both of my baby mothers. I tried to be there for them. I tried to work things out with them. I wanted to raise my kids as a family.
yeah, that's kind of
But
hard though.
but it's hard when you got another alpha. Black women are alpha females, most of them, and then black men are try to be alpha males. So so when
Of
Charlie
course.
Kirk and Candace Owens said that, that's some bullshit. Y'all don't talk about when y'all told them, "Hey, we give y'all Section 8, but the man can't be in the house." Y'all
That's
don't
what I'm
talk
saying.
about
Yeah, they don't want to go
they
into
don't
things
talk
like that.
about, hey, we gonna give you food stamps, but you gotta put his ass on child support and things like
Yeah,
that. So I tried to be in the home, but the things that the system and things that what Candace Owens was saying, they always leave out context. How you gonna
every
say
time, of
black
course,
fathers
every
don't like
time
being
after
in the
the
home?
every time since the Civil Rights Act was signed into office in the late '60s, when we had guys like Fred Hampton,
Mm,
when they came together with the Black Panthers and they tried to do assassinated Fred Hampton, nobody cared about that.
about
Then
that.
we move on to the '70s, and we got black families still strong, home ownership and everything. And then something just switched. We have you got to get the black father out of here for us to give you welfare, and he
Mhm.
can't live here no more.
And
Like
I'm
they
talking
just
to
started to
older
kick the black
dudes.
father out. They just started to get him out of here. And then in the '80s come, people
Yes.
pick up drugs. Hold on,
Let
I
me let
can't
me
see what they
answer
say.
that, Tasha.
Do you
Yes,
think
yes.
it's worth staying at home as a parent even if
Yes,
you
know why I say that? Because white people could hate each other guts. Know what they gonna do? They gonna raise them kids together until that last kid is 18 and off to college, and then they gonna divorce. Because the
yeah.
foundation of a two-parent home, a
It
child,
matters to them.
especially black people,
It
a
matters to them.
foundation of a two-parent home, you have a 75% chance of being more successful.
And that's why I tell people, like that's why I said, like me, every day in my life, bro, I woke up to see my mom and dad there. And
Mhm.
I'm thankful for that. And I'm still thankful today to have my mom and dad, even though they not together no more.
Together.
But I'm thankful to have my mom
Mhm.
and dad still alive in my life. But for the years I was growing, they was together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For the
I
years
woke
that
up
I
every
needed them
day. I
here,
woke up
they
every
was
day and
there.
seeing
Yeah.
my dad in the house. And like I wouldn't dare try to join no gang or none of that shit because of my dad. Like my
Dad, yeah.
dad was a big like my dad.
Yeah, yeah,
My
you
dad
know.
was a big president in Bushwick, like
Yeah.
like like in Bushwick. My dad took care of every fucking body.
Everybody, yeah,
Like my
not
dad
just
throw a
not
barbecue,
just
he
your
take care of every
family.
fucking
He
kid.
took care of the whole block. Like
The
how
whole
your
block. Like my
family
dad
took
would take
me
care of the
in.
whole block. Like I said, like that's why I tell people, like, and I listen to me like, oh, no black fathers in the home. I'm like, all of my friends I grew up with, if they didn't have a father, my dad was there for
Their
them. My
father. Yeah.
dad was right there for their ass.
Look
Ask
how y'all
any
took me
motherfucking
in,
body in
my
Bushwick.
boy, rest in peace, his soul, Malik. Look how y'all took me in as family and
Yeah,
everything, man.
man. Yeah. Like every
Damn, I
day. And
miss
every
Week,
day,
man.
that's one thing. Like I gotta go to shout out to my boy. Like you brung him up. Yo, Malik, like every day, bro, I think about my boy. Like every day. That's my guy right there, man.
Mhm.
Like sometime when I speak with him, I speak about him and I get emotional, man. Cause
Yeah,
I'll be
because
like,
that's
damn, man, I think like he's supposed to be here for
be
this
here.
shit.
He's supposed to be having this talk with us right here,
Yeah.
man.
Definitely shout out
And
Big
know what's
Ron.
another
Definitely shout
thing?
out Big Ron though. Definitely.
Aaron,
My
like
pops
a
took
lot of
care of
people don't talk
everybody in
about
Bushwick.
Aaron. You know, Aaron Smith, his family, his mom and pop have been together 40 years.
Yeah,
And they
yo, and
got
I know
10
Aaron,
kids.
and me, and yo, that's my boy though. And me and Aaron don't mean seeing eye to eye
Eye
or
to
shit,
eye.
but that's
Yeah, me and
that's
Aaron
my
don't see
boy
the eye.
though.
But look,
That's
his
my boy.
parents
That's
been
the shit I
together
like to
40
have on here though.
years.
I gotta
Yeah.
get his ass to come on here too though, cause he another
His
one
ass
I gotta
got
get to come on because he
his
another
ass got
dude
on
like
me
that.
on one of those posts too. He got on my
Huh?
ass on one. He got on my ass on one of those posts too.
Yeah, that's another dude though. I gotta get up here. Definitely though. My boy Aaron though. That motherfucking
But
Aaron
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Back to your question. Yeah, it's very. I think it's very important for the even if y'all unhappy because not trying to shit on females or males. Women will break up the family for their happiness. Men will sacrifice his happiness for the family.
Of course.
You know, and
Yeah,
just off of my
definitely. Of
own
course, definitely.
experiences, you know, my BM wasn't. I wasn't. Man, I was coming home and staying in the car for 2 hours smoking just because I ain't want to get to go in the fucking house because that's how unhappy I was. But I wasn't gonna break up my family because my two
Yeah, yeah,
boys
definitely.
they
Cause you gotta
need
keep
they.
that family,
Yeah,
man.
my two boys, they need to see their father in the house every day. So, just to your
Definitely.
point, I mean, even if you unhappy,
Especially when
white
you got
people,
boys. You need to
yeah,
have that father figure there.
white
Definitely
people,
when you got
Chinese
boys.
people, they do the shit all the time until them kids is 18, so they could know. So that child could always be like, "Hey, I grew up in a home with both parents and shit
She
like
said,
that."
hold on. What she said, white people will stay together for the kids, then hire a hitman for their divorce.
Divorce, you damn right.
She ain't lying about that shit, especially about to lose them.
Money, hell yeah, you damn right, nigga.
Ab, you ain't lying about that shit though. That's one thing we don't do to each other. That's one thing we ain't gonna hire no hitman to
Man.
take us out. I ain't gonna lie, you right on that shit right there though. Those right,
She
like I
be like,
watch them shows all the time on the IG channel.
Charlie about
I
to go to
love the IG
college.
channels.
Charlie about to go to college. That's our last kid. Yeah,
That's
let's
it.
go.
Once he out the house, I'ma kill that. I'ma kill her monkey ass. Or or the wife too on those dumb deadly. The wife go downstairs, she put some goddamn some bleach in his goddamn suit.
Right, man.
And
What
that
was that
motherfucker
other
gone.
lady? That lady that killed her two kids. That white lady that killed her two kids. That because they was Morgans out there in Utah. I forgot
Oh no, I ain't see that. Damn,
the
I missed that
documentary is
one.
on Netflix and all that. It was big news. Like they,
Nah, I gotta look into that. Yeah, I
man,
get up
they,
out of here. I'm gonna look into that though.
she killed her two kids, bro, over a dude, man. Like this dude had her think. You know how the Mormons be like they thinking they
Yeah,
the next coming of
they
Christ
different.
and all that and shit like
But
that.
one thing I am gonna say, but before we go to one thing I had to speak on definitely though. What she said down there.
Antifreeze, yeah, antifreeze.
Antifreeze. Yeah, definitely. You're right. My bad. It ain't the bleach. It is the antifreeze, though. See, you've been watching them shows too,
So
Ab. You be watching them. But one thing I do got to speak on down there is, though, the woman will poison the man with anti. Yo, both of y'all. Yo, what's wrong with y'all? I got to watch
they
y'all black
y'all
woman.
gotta watch
Y'all black
Tasha
woman wilding out now with
right
this antifreeze shit. I got to watch y'all, yo. But one thing we do got to speak on, because a lot of people say they ain't talking about it, though. You heard about the situation
in Mississippi.
at Delta State?
In Mississippi,
Yeah,
the
down there with
hangings.
the with Trey
Yeah,
Reed.
yeah, the hangings.
Yeah, man, like that thing is crazy to me. Like I gotta get more details of that, but they saying the kid for
That's
right now
when
he
we
had
do our next
broken
show. We
arms and
both
broken.
gonna
There's no way you can
yeah,
hang yourself, man.
yeah, we gonna research that. Both of
Yeah,
us
I'm gonna
gonna
definitely
research that
research
in
that.
our next
I'm
show.
gonna
That's gonna
research
be
that
like
throughout the weekend. We gonna come back to that though, because I seen a lot of people hollering about that, saying that we ain't talking about that, and everybody talking about other things. Like I don't know
and they
too
ain't
much about
talking
that. I'm not
about the
gonna speak
black
on something I don't know
drivers,
about.
the black truck drivers that's going missing also.
Yeah, even down here last year in Henderson, they hung a little young 21-year-old black kid down in
Yeah, man.
Henderson, North Carolina.
Or about the boy that the in Alabama where they took all the organs out of his body and come to
Yeah.
find out
Oh,
it was the white
Johnson. I
boy
was
that
watching. I was
yeah.
just on YouTube the other night watching his story, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, why would somebody climb into a mat down through the mat to try to get their shoe instead of just
And come
coming
to
down
find out,
and
it was the
flipping
white boy.
the mat
It was
over?
the white boy whose father was FBI that helped
FBI.
them
Yeah, I
that
found
had
that out.
covered
One
all
of the
that
boys
shit
was
up.
FBI because
Mhm.
all the footage is missing in the gym and everything.
And yeah, y'all
Like
covered the
that's why
shit
I've been
up.
looking at a lot of them things. I'm like, that's crazy. But like back to that, like in the beginning, we talking about the Charlie. Like they like, oh, people making fun of the Charlie. But I can remember when people was making fun of Trayvon Martin and
I remember
George
when people
Zimmerman,
made George
George
fun of
Zimmerman
George
signing
Floyd.
Skittle bags and signing iced teas.
Hmm.
And
I
you
remember
got white
people making
kids
fun
laying
of
out with
George
a bullet
Floyd.
hole on Instagram with their hoodie over their head laid
Hmm.
on the ground. And they saying
Yeah,
people not making fun of people death and shit.
come on.
Like you know what I mean?
People
Like
people made fun of
some of these
George
people be
Floyd.
like very delusional, man.
Them brothers killed him, bro. Oh yeah, you're talking
He
about the
said them
kid
brothers
that
killed him too.
the
What
one that
brothers?
got the
He
one
said,
that
hold on, wait,
organs.
wait.
Which
What
ones you
about the
talking about,
college
Ron?
kids that just killed? They found Hank. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what
Yeah,
we
that's
on
what we
now. We
talking
talking
about.
about
That's what
that
we
now. We
talking about.
gonna research that though.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's what we
ask
talking,
questions, give
Tasha.
y'all
Give us.
topics, post it on Monday, and have people come. All right, yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start posting them early on Facebook and get us some topics, and then we gonna come up here and we'll roll with those.
Yeah, and y'all can also follow me. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
definitely follow
everybody.
my
We
man.
all probably friends anyway. That's
Yeah, definitely. We shit. We friends of friends anyway. That's what I
yeah.
need. I need us to be live or more than this though. Like a lot of people, man. Like I don't want people to not be with us now. And then when our shit got up there and we pushing that, then everybody, oh yo, I knew them, I knew them.
Nah,
Nah,
nah.
we need y'all support now
For
from the
now,
beginning.
yeah,
I don't want
man.
y'all support when you see us on a
Because we
national
talking the
stage somewhere.
topics that need to be discussed, not
Yes, we
talking the
gonna discuss
bullshit
topics every week that need to be
that
discussed, like stuff that you ain't gonna see on the news.
that you ain't gonna see on your social media
That's it.
platforms
And
or
it's
your
gonna be uncomfortable,
podcasts.
some of them. Some of
Yeah,
them,
it's
like,
gonna
we're
be.
gonna have topics that when you're gonna get uncomfortable, and some of our community might get mad at us for
Mhm.
talking about the things that we want to
Like
talk
this
about.
conversation was just uncomfortable just to come up here and say I'm a conservative. You know that shit
Yeah, definitely. You especially
is
being black in America, when they hear you
America, man.
conservative, they think, yo, oh shit.
Yo,
He one of them dudes like Big Mouth Tim Scott.
yeah,
You know
nah,
that
man. He
motherfucker
like
that
a Anton Daniels or something.
yeah, you know
Nah,
what I mean?
man.
What's the other guy down there in Texas? Yo, what's your other man? The congressman.
What's this now?
What's the black dude?
Damn, I forgot his
What's the
name,
black dude
man.
name down there
I
in
was just
Texas?
watching him today
He a
because he,
congressman too.
yeah, I was just watching him today
Forgot
because he
his
running for
goddamn name
something.
though. But it's crazy that in the Republicans, that's what black people need to push more. If they go and do this with the Senate, we need to get more black people in the Senate and black people that's not like
Mhm.
Tim Scott.
Yeah,
Because the Republicans should be ashamed of themselves having one black senator. And y'all
yeah.
think y'all represent us? We
Mm-hmm.
13% of the country. Is
Country
nowhere in the world a guy that's named Tim Scott could represent
present
13% of
us.
this country. That's
And that's what I
bullshit.
tell people, like, man, like, just because I'm a conservative, once again, I'm not a Republican.
I appreciate
Conservative
that, Tanya.
and Republican is two different things, man.
Of course, of course. But you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. And that's what we have to teach people, that it's two different. Even being a liberal and a
Liberal and
even being a
Democrat,
liberal, yeah, a liberal and a Democrat. It could be two different things,
different
because
things.
sometimes liberal people, like I said, those liberals, they get too extreme sometimes. Like they
Yeah,
get a
they
little too extreme
the
sometimes.
motherfuckers
And I'm
that's
not, yeah.
anybody that's far left or far right, we trying to meet in the middle. If you
That's it.
too
That's
far
how it
left
go.
and
We
you
trying to
too
meet in the
far
middle of
right,
everybody. We trying to
yeah.
bring those left and righties back to the middle, and we
hmm
gonna meet in the middle. We not gonna be with this extreme left views and extreme right views.
Because
We
on
trying
this
to meet
platform,
everybody in the middle.
you might hear me talk and be like, "Damn, I got some views. Dang, I might have some conservative views." But do that make you a
They
Republican?
do though. Black.
Yeah,
If you ask any black people right now, do they love God?
yeah.
They gonna say yeah. You ask
Do they
any
love
mostly
family?
black people, do they go? Especially here where I live at in North Carolina. Ask any black people, do they attend church every Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was coming from the conservative South before they started switch. I'm not gonna lie today. The parties have switched. The
Rich,
party
yeah.
have switched a lot though,
Republicans,
because
I could say that up to 1980, black people always voted Republican, and then the switch
always.
came
Oh, how
when
you think
Ray Reagan,
How you think Ronald Reagan had the biggest electoral win ever?
forever. Nigga
Ronald
had
Reagan
ninety
won like
percent of the
47
vote.
states to 3. Like
Yeah,
nobody don't know these things. He won 47 to 3. They
he
think
flipped the
Trump
whole
would hit, and
country
that's
to
what I say about
red.
Trump when he come. I had the biggest elect.
No,
Trump, shut your dumb ass up, you
know
third
what
grader.
Ronald Reagan did that no other
What Reagan
president
did will
was
never
able
be
to
done
do?
again, because
He
the
flipped
country is too
Texas from a
divided
he flipped Texas from a blue state to a red
to a
state.
red state. And
And the
New York
reason
was a
why
republic.
Texas
The
can
last time New York voted Republican was 1988,
88.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. And what most people don't know
That's
is
it. I'm sorry,
JFK was in
1984.
Dallas
Sorry, let me go back on that.
in
1984.
1984.
88, he lost because George Bush was running then.
Yeah.
1980, 84 was the last time New York voted for a Republican in the
Mhm.
presidential party.
JFK was in Dallas because he was a Democrat
Hold
with the
on, right there.
Jim
Yeah, the
Crow
Democrat
with
Party
the
did
Jim
start the
Crow
KKK. Of
South.
course they did.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the
they started the
Democrat Party
KK.
did start the
Yeah,
KKK. But we talking about modern day today. The Republican
Republicans
people is the
are
ones
the
with the sheets
yeah,
on their head.
yeah. The Republicans are the ones
Matter of
with the
fact, they don't want
sheets.
to wear sheets no more. They send guys out like they got
Hmm.
that happened, something bad happened to him. They send guys like that out. They don't, and then again, they don't need sheets because our community got to come together because they could take the sheets off and hoods off
Hmm.
because the way we run and rampant in our community today, they don't need the KKK. They don't need the
Hmm.
Proud Boys. They don't need all these alt right
We
groups and
killing
all
each
that.
other,
We
man.
doing it for them. You know, we doing that for them.
Trump the third
Yeah,
grade.
yeah. Donald Trump is a fucking third grader. They all know he's a third grader. Everybody, if anybody ever heard him speak, they know he speaks like a third grader. Like everything is the biggest. Our country is the hottest. Like who
He be
the
the
fuck is he
way he
talking about?
talk. He just yeah,
You
we
know what
have
this
them,
guy
and
even talking about no more?
I
Like
sent them. I sent them all this money. You know.
that's what I'm saying. Like you ask him something and then he start talking about something else, and I'm like, bro,
Hmm.
what's going on with this guy? This guy's crazy.
But the reason why I be so mad at the liberals though, cause y'all them motherfuckers, y'all the reason cause we getting locked up the way we is with that
That's what I'm
92
telling
crime
him,
bill.
man. That's what I'm telling.
That's the
Those
reason why.
crime bills. You know, what I mean, it was spoken. That's why, and that's why I try to tell people today. That's why I don't try to get into too much of the Democrat Republican because at
Shit.
the end of the day, excuse me, at the end of the day, Republicans and Democrats, they the ones who sit down together and they hash out these bills and they pass. You need 67% of the Senate to
Senate
pass the bill,
the bill.
and you need 217 House members to pass a bill. So you need somebody to flip on somebody's side to
Hmm.
pass a bill.
And that's how they be doing
So
it.
that's why I try to tell people when you all up in arms about Democrats and Republicans, that's it's bullshit, bro. We need our own party. Someone
Definitely,
needs to
Tasha.
take that pin out his. Definitely, yeah, that's all he do is sign shit. That's all he do.
Hmm.
That's all he do is script his hand. But they know what they need to do is release those files, though.
They
I
released
don't
to
like.
release some
In all
Epstein
reality, I
files.
don't like. I tell them all the time. I don't think Donald Trump was going to be implicated the way they think he is because
Mm-mm.
they would have been
They
like
would
they
have been
said.
released
Joe and
them.
them would have got his ass out of here.
Yeah,
They
they
would
would
have
have
got
been
tired
got
of
him
him.
on him.
So, but he was on them airplanes with Epstein. He know
Yeah,
that
he was on
shit.
them airplanes with Epstein. That's his best friend.
Left and right really don't have beef. The people do. And
Thank
that's
you.
exactly right. And that's what we trying to get the people to understand. If you white, you black, forget about white and black. If you poor in America, you need to be with us in this
Yeah.
race.
If you poor,
I'm
yeah, you
this
need to be
this is
over
the
here.
this is the this is the motherfucking poor people's campaign on this show. That's what we
Hmm.
pushing for. The poor people, the working poor people's, not the poor people who just don't want to try every day. The people who want to sit around and be lazy. I'm not advocating for those people.
Nah,
I'm advocating for the people who get up every day and who
and
bust
work.
their ass. That's the people who I'm up here advocating for. The working
Like
poor people
like
who's
we gonna
trying to
go to
make
work.
something
I'm gonna
of
finish
themselves.
this show and still gotta go to work in the morning.
That's what
So
I'm saying. Yeah. Luckily, I'm
this
off
shit,
tomorrow, so I'm good.
this shit don't
I'm off
stop. You
tomorrow from
know,
the
we
day
still.
job, so I'm gonna go over things, and I'm gonna start writing out more topics and things
Yeah, I
too.
think we
And
should
I
try to.
got I
If
got
we
one of
gonna
my
do
peoples too, though.
Wednesday, I think we
Yeah,
should try to get a Saturday show also.
yeah,
Wednesdays
yeah.
and
We could definitely do that
Saturdays.
because I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
All right. Yeah, yeah, we could
All right,
definitely do that.
but I got a couple of my peoples too, because I'm gonna definitely look at like some of the new I got some new artists and shit too down
Hmm.
here in North Carolina and all that too. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and that's what
definitely give them
we
a shout
also
out
here
and
to
give them
push
a shot
music.
too.
Yeah, we here to push music and
Definitely, we here to push
everything.
all that. We did it, and we
Black
only pushing new
filmmakers.
things. I don't want
Yeah.
to hear about nobody who's mainstream. I'm pushing
Mm-mm.
all the new guys.
Yeah, black filmmakers.
Black
If y'all
filmmakers is
makers,
welcome. People who do music.
yeah.
People who like to debate.
Even
We
if you're a
welcome
scholar,
everybody. It doesn't
you in
matter what
school,
side
you
you
want to
on.
debate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't
Because
matter what side you on.
like we not Republicans or Democrats.
We
We
not
not
none of that.
liberals or conservatives. We in the middle. Like I
We in
said,
the middle. That's it. We gonna meet
you
in the
know,
middle, and
I'm
that's
a
it.
registered voter as a conservative, but I'm not a registered voter as
Yeah,
a
I'm
Republican.
registered. I told you earlier. I'm registered as an independent.
Hmm.
I've been. I've been left that alone a long time ago. I was like, nah, please support our people. That's what we
Mhm.
need to do. We need to sort of hold on. Let me get a chair to that. Get a chair to that. Definitely,
That
we
right
definitely got to
there.
support our people.
Hmm.
Definitely, and I know this is the first one. This one is raw, but we gonna go over some more things, and we gonna get some good shows,
Yeah,
and we
we're
gonna
gonna
get
get
them
some
cut up
things
right.
better. But this was good for a good 2 hours. We
Yeah,
hit it
definitely,
out.
definitely. Hell yeah, though. We just need more of our people. We need to just share it out to more of our people. Share
We
this
got
shit
some
out,
good
yo. Left
topics going.
whoever's on here, man. If you got a friend, like if you in college, you at work, you know what I mean? Let these people see this shit,
This
man.
nigga
Definitely, man. We
Ron
want
talk about
everybody
here
to join
painting.
our
What
fight.
you could paint, Ron?
Huh?
This
I'm
nigga
over
talking about he
this
could paint.
motherfucker here. Yo, Ron,
What you
shut up,
could
man. We
paint?
ain't talking about no goddamn painter, man. Get his ass out of here, man. This motherfuckers. But fuck that. Well, shit. If you are a painter, shit, you welcome.
We need a
Painters,
black
everybody
Picasso,
welcome. We
fuck,
welcome
right?
anybody. Like I told him earlier today, we looking for people who, like, if you don't got the money for college, get a trade. Don't
Get a
let these
trade, man.
motherfucking people out here that's 45, 50 years old tell you that's some punk shit. And these
Yeah.
motherfuckers walking around with flags out their pocket talking about they triple OGs. No, they fucking triple dummies.
You got the 50 the 50-year-old blood members still
Yeah,
running
some
around
stupid
talking
shit.
about they lobby boys. Like, yes,
Who?
definitely.
Who can
Yeah.
I debate?
Debate or have an open topic.
Anybody. Yeah, we can have open topic with anybody. Who was that? Bring them to the stage.
But if they come to debate, come with some logic and
Yeah, come with
intelligence.
some
Don't
good
come
knowledge, man. Don't come
emotional.
up here
Don't
getting emotional and
emotional.
shit and you
Yeah.
start bugging out because we cutting you straight off.
Yeah, because I don't agree with some things Ron say, and he don't agree with some things I say, but we
Of
don't
course.
go
Yeah,
we don't
definitely.
go
Of
at each
course.
other. We just
Fucking
expound and
noise termination
explain.
company. So that's what's up, yo. And soon as you do that, shit, we gonna air it out right here on
Yeah,
the
hell
network.
yeah.
We gonna air it
Man,
out. You
that's
give me the
a big
name and I
business
got
right
you.
there. That's a
I'm
real
pushing
big
everything,
business.
all black owned, black everything. We pushing everything black.
Everything black. And
Everything black. You know what I mean?
not
Like I
the
ain't forgetting about the other people, but I'm pushing everything black.
not the black people that's trying to hustle us. Not the Dr.
I ain't
Umars
gonna
and
let them know. All
Sonetta
right, cool. Let them know,
TVs.
and then let them know, and we gonna let them know when we free, and we definitely going. We up for the debate.
Yeah, we trying to get a Saturday and Wednesday shows going. We definitely could do Wednesday. We definitely gonna do Wednesday
Definitely
all
do
the time.
Wednesdays, yeah, because I get up for work. Like this is my
Yeah,
last day of the work week,
yeah. So
so
Wednesday we
Wednesdays I'm
definitely
always
do
open for
that every
Wednesday
week.
nights.
And then Saturday, once it get rolling, we could. If you want to try to do Saturday, we could do this Saturday.
If
I
we can
ain't
do this
doing
Saturday,
shit.
yeah, I'm gonna hit
Yeah,
you. I'll text you. We can do this Saturday.
yeah.
Like I
Do
said,
this
we go back
Saturday.
and research some of that Trey
That
Reed.
Mississippi year
Yeah,
thing.
that Mississippi Trey Reed, and there was another guy hung right there after that. They found
Not
a
too far
homeless man
apart.
hanging in the
Yeah,
woods.
yeah. Not too far apart
Yeah,
from
not
each
too
other.
far
So.
from there. I'm like, yo, this is getting out of
Like I
hand now,
just
man. They
got the
crazy.
text message today. Somebody sent me the thing, so that's why I
Yeah,
couldn't
man. Like that
expound
shit
on
is
this.
crazy right there,
Yeah.
man. I'm not feeling that though, man. Y'all here hanging people, man. Like this is
Now y'all
crazy. And then
hanging
nobody
us.
don't know nothing.
We didn't even have nothing to do with Charlie Kirk,
That's why
but y'all
nothing at
hanging us.
all with no Charlie, man. We got nothing to do with that. I'm telling y'all again, let's speak out there. Like we don't got no hatred towards that. Like I'm gonna go ahead and denounce that. I don't think no man should be shot in his face on
Mhm.
TV. But I don't agree with nothing that Charlie said.
Yeah.
And if
Once
y'all want to take
again.
that the wrong way, then that's on y'all. If
Hmm.
either way, at home or out abroad, if y'all take that the wrong way, then y'all can take it the wrong way.
Yeah. Start taking notes, y'all. Don't forget.
Definitely, I got you. Definitely, we definitely are. Let me see. Want to know when
Yeah.
Dr.
Just once
Omar is
again
built.
to my
Yo,
people,
listen,
man.
that school ain't gonna never be built. That school ain't. Yo, listen, I was one of the biggest Umar supporters 10 years ago.
Man.
You couldn't tell me I didn't support, but after he went through the school,
Ron, you
he
know
showed
why
through the
I
school.
feel so
I was getting
bad?
excited.
Because I got a picture with me and Dr. Umar
Yeah,
like
I know.
this,
I
like
see.
that, like that nigga like my best friend. I was so disappointed, man.
I forgot about that shit. You got a picture with Umar.
Yeah,
But yo,
man.
I was one of his followers too. I'm not even gonna front, bro. I
Yeah,
was one
man.
of his followers,
I'll
and
be
I seen
disgraced
that
showing that
school, and
picture,
I was like,
man.
all right, cool. Maybe he getting some off the ground. So 2 years went by, and then COVID happened. I was like, all right, cool. Funding
Yeah,
might slow
maybe
down.
COVID
After
fucked it
COVID
up.
came back, my
Five
son
years
ain't. I'm
later.
like, yo, you just took those people money. He
I'm
be
mad. I
cash
want my
apping
two
you.
hundred
They
dollars
cash
back.
apping you and all that. You just got all their money. Like this is
Umar,
crazy. Umar is
I
like,
want
yo,
my two
Umar.
hundred dollars
If
back,
you hear
nigga.
us, Umar, if somebody could get this out there to him and share it, I want him to come up here too and ask people about where all that money went. All that
Hmm.
cash app went, Umar.
Yeah, we're all like where that
Like
million
word,
dollars
where
of
all that
cash app
cash at,
went.
Umar? Because that was crazy.
No, what he said, the bank took. No,
You are sending him money too. Hell yeah. Uh,
when he said the
yo.
bank took his money, that was your shit. And now he out here charging black women $500 for dinners.
That's
Oh,
what up, yo. This dude is crazy, yo. He remind me of the dude from Don't Be a Menace back in the day. You know, the dude who dressed with the African shit but loved
yeah,
white women on the low. That's
yeah.
Umar. I'm telling you, Umar gonna pop up with a white woman one day, and yo, he never answers a question. He never.
Yo,
That's his good thing. He never answers a question.
and know
He
why
blocked them
Umar
after
do
they sent
this?
the cash app. He
Look,
definitely did.
look.
He blocked their ass.
And watch out. Know why Umar repeat the same thing three times? Because that's psychology 101. If I repeat the
That's
same
right.
three
That's
times,
right.
I
That's right.
got
He
a
keeps
better
saying it
chance
over
of
and over.
brainwashing you. So
That's
for
right. He
y'all,
said
so
over and
that's
over
why he
while he
do that.
talking,
I just
over and
gave y'all
over.
the secret. That's psychology 101. I repeat the
Definitely.
same thing three times, it got more of a chance sticking and brainwashing you.
The school is the land of make believe.
Make believe shit.
It definitely is though,
It
man. I'm
definitely
mad because I
is.
believed in Umar, man. Hey yo,
And he
I'm
let
not
me
gonna lie.
down, man.
He had a picture circulating with a white woman. He said it was he
Oh
lying.
yeah.
I
He
said
got
this
that white
behind the
girl
closed
number.
scene. This is the first time I'm saying it live,
He
but
got
I'm
the white
telling y'all,
girl
Umar
number.
gonna pop up with a white woman and he gonna disappoint everybody for that because he broke now. He broke. That
He
nigga
already
walking around like
disappointed
fucking
me.
Dame
Yeah.
Dash lying. He broke.
Yeah.
That boy broke.
He already disappointed me. That's what I said, man. That shit.
That's
I
what I'm
want my
saying,
two
yo.
hundred dollars
Umar
back,
crazy
man.
with that shit. Umar
Taking a
bugging.
picture with that man. I would never show that picture to people, man. That shit. I thought he was the new coming of Malcolm X. This nigga done
Yo,
let
I
me
forgot.
down,
Yo, I
man.
swear I forgot about that. I forgot about that shit, man,
Oh
with that
yeah,
Dr.
man.
Umar motherfucker.
That
But Toro, word,
motherfucker.
if he could get this out here, yo, man, somebody put this on their Instagram, their platform somewhere, man,
Mhm.
and let his ass see this shit, because he need to bring his ass to the front of the table.
Table, man. I would love to
Definitely,
debate
Umar.
Dr. Umar because
I would
you
love to
can't
debate
push
his
none of that
ass.
Pan African shit past me. I know
None
about
of that
Marcus
shit. That's
Garvey,
bogus, Umar.
WD, I know about all of that shit.
All
And
that
what
shit.
Marcus Garvey believed in,
Definitely.
you definitely
Definitely.
don't believe in nothing
That's
that
what I'm telling you.
Marcus
Like,
Garvey was
and
pushing.
that's the thing about. That's why I don't really care for like. You said y'all saw his daughter calling him out. Yeah, I
Yeah.
seen that shit. Hell
Hmm.
yeah, I seen that shit. But that's what I say. A lot of things about like in America today. I don't really care about like they they things of Black history because they celebrate the same shit every Black history.
Hmm.
I don't really care for that. They don't teach us about our history for real.
Yeah.
They teach us about the same old people every
People, same
February.
old,
Then
the
they
Martins, the
give you a month. I don't
Malcolms.
care about that. Every day is Black history. I'm trying
What's
to
the
learn
one?
something
Yeah.
every day about Black
Hey,
history.
Black history.
To me, every day is
I'm
Black
trying to,
history. I'm
I'm
still
trying to
learning.
learn the history that they rewrote. You know, I'm trying to
That's
learn
right.
that
That's
the
why I told him
real
every day I'm
history.
still learning. Like, bro,
Yeah.
my girl gets so mad some days. She get mad because like I be sitting in the room trying to research some shit and I got the TV going and the TV up loud. But it's like I don't know. I can hear the TV and I'm focusing on what I'm reading.
Mhm.
I just need that sound in the background.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
why. I just did, but she be pissed the fuck
my
off with me
BM be
though.
mad. She be like, cause she be like, why you never get on the computer? Me, I find computers very boring if I'm not using them shits for work or doing like
Yeah,
SQL or coding. I find that shit boring. So
yeah.
I'm
I don't really like
always
that shit.
researching some shit. Cause I be
Yeah,
like,
that's it. I don't really like that shit. Nah.
I be trying to
I
man
said my
open the
phone in my
world, man.
hand. Like I use my phone. I use that shit to call, text, and I'm looking at some shit all day.
Hmm.
If I ain't
Yeah,
driving, I'm looking at some shit all day.
that's
I'm
all
just
I
trying
be
to learn
doing,
some new shit
trying to
about us,
learn
some new,
shit
and it's
because
a lot of shit that's hidden that is hard to find. But I'm trying to dig deep as I can to find it though.
and these topics. I'm glad we had this discussion. We just got to
Definitely,
keep
bro. I'm
opening it
glad.
up,
That's why I said
man.
I gotta choose my brother Chris, man. I like Chris. I know Chris got different kind of views and shit, and
Jeez,
people
yeah,
might not like it, but that's the shit I need. And we definitely need other people. Like people be, I know I see a lot of people be talking, but they scared to jump on here and
they
ask
scared to
they
jump
questions
in.
and all that. We
Really
could
ask
definitely
they
have other people
question
jump on there.
because it was a lot of y'all motherfuckers coming for me that I know we friends and y'all ain't jump on this live and
Yeah,
ask
I
me those
seen it all week.
questions that y'all could have
Definitely,
asked me those questions. The same thing. Not trying to defend Charlie Kirk. Instead of killing him, y'all could have asked him those same questions
them
and had
same
an open
questions. That's it.
dialogue and
That's
had
it. Ask the
debate with
same
him.
question.
Ask me them questions. Ask me, oh, am I a coon? Fuck no, I'm not a coon. I grew up in
Hell no, I
Bushwick,
don't
Brook. Nigga,
believe
I
nothing
grew
they
up on
talk about.
Putnam. Nigga, I grew up on Putnam and Bushwick. Nigga, I
They know
smack
that
the shit.
shit.
Nigga, I smack the shit. They know who I am. I'll smack your
Niggas know who
fucking
my man
head up.
1149, man. They know who my man is, yo.
Man, yeah, fucking talk about I'm a
Talk
coon.
about,
Nigga,
man, they
I'm,
crazy as
nah,
hell,
nigga, I
man.
ain't
They
no
just
fucking
mad cause
coon.
like sometimes you
Mm,
outgrow they small thinking. Like
yeah.
they still in the box. I done left the box. I done got a
Mhm.
or they still on the boat. I jumped off the boat and started
But
to walk on the
yeah.
water by myself.
Like I
That's
got
the
other
problem with
things.
people.
I've been around. We've been around different places. I've been other states. Talked to other people. Talked to the white people that you might, the rednecks that you think is racist. They're more the motherfucking uppity white people in New York is more racist than the rednecks down south. Just because they going through the same shit that
Hell
black
yeah.
people going through. It's poor versus white. And when we start realize, I mean, it's poor versus rich. When we start realizing that all that black white shit is gonna be thrown out. You know?
That's it. Yeah. When
Sometimes
you start
ignorance
doing
is
that,
bliss.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
ignorance is definitely bliss.
Because
Definitely.
as soon as I said I'm a conservative, a motherfucker gonna write under my post and say, "Oh, if you got conservative Republican views, you are coon and oppressing your own people." No, nigga, you
Nah,
don't
that's
even know
not
what a
true at all.
Republican is. You don't even
First
know
of
what a
all,
conservative
all
is.
of our big time black people, they was conservatives.
They conservatives,
They
yes.
was conservative. If you go back in time and look at their party lines, they
Hmm.
was conservative people.
Conservatives.
Y'all get it
MLK
mixed up
was.
today with Democrats and
Yeah.
Republicans. People
MLK
don't
was a
switch
conservative
conservative. They don't
communist.
switch from that.
People
They
don't even
switch
know about
parties.
they don't even know that about Martin Luther King. He was a conservative communist. Why you think those white
Definitely.
people why you think
Definitely.
they got the white communists out of the communists was back in MLK.
That's right.
A
Definitely.
lot of this
Definitely.
shit
Like
is deep, man.
come on, man.
A
At
lot
that
of this shit
time,
is
the Democrats were still a part of the KKK at
hey,
that
yeah,
time.
the
So
Jim Crow.
that's why, of course, the Jim Crow South was real.
Mhm.
That you I hope people watch the Selma, that
Yeah,
march in
Selma.
Selma, things like that with John Lewis and them guys. That was real. Them
Lyndon B.
people was
Johnson didn't
conservative.
even want to sign the bill. The only reason why he signed it because that was JFK shit, and he wanted to
That's
honor
it. And I'm
JFK.
not gonna lie. People think after 9/11 that America. I said after that assassination, America went downhill though.
Hmm.
I think JFK was the
Was the
last real
last real
president
president that
because
was
he was
for
the
us.
only president that never went and kissed the wall.
Mm-mm.
Like a lot of our people don't even know that. They don't even know them terms right there.
Know why
He
they
was the
don't?
last president to go
President.
and he was the last president not to kiss the wall,
And
and
know
he's
what's
not here
another
today.
thing that's really gonna mess people up? He was the only president that was a Catholic. And if you know about Catholics and those people, you already know.
Definitely,
You
definitely. That's
already
why they
know.
couldn't stand JFK.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then right after that, you look, they killed his brother right after that.
Killed his brother right
The
after
son
that.
today, I don't know what's wrong with the son today.
Oh,
RFK Jr. is a fucking prick.
yeah, because he seen what they did to JFK
Yeah,
Jr.,
he
but
don't want no problems with that
no.
shit. He trying to be
Yeah.
their friend. He
RK
like, nah,
Jr.,
I'ma
yeah,
say
with
anything.
he trying to be over there with Trump, and I don't even understand
Yeah,
that
I don't
shit.
know what
That
the
shit,
fuck wrong with RFK Jr.
his family turning over in their
Yeah, his
grave over
family,
there.
they looking at him like, what the fuck wrong with you,
Hmm.
RFK?
But people don't
Like you,
understand
but
that
you shouldn't even have
JFK
the
was
same
the
name, Bobby.
last and only Catholic president, and Catholics and those people don't get along. And also, he didn't go kiss the wall. And also, he was disbanding the U.S. Treasury. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He was disbanding the U.S. Federal Reserve and turning it over to the Treasury. People don't even understand that the Treasury and the Federal Reserve is two different departments. Nobody runs the Feds.
And
The
people
Federal
don't even
Reserve,
know all that started after the Great Depression in
depression,
19,
yeah.
what's that,
See,
1917? The
yeah,
Federal Reserve.
19 they took all the gold in 1912. That's when they established the Federal Reserve
The
Act, and
Federal
by
Reserve.
1934 they took all the gold and silver. So for people who thinking they got really gold and silver, is no real
No,
gold and
boy.
silver
That's
left.
why I said America. That's why I asked the question earlier. Is America America or who's really running America?
America. Yeah.
And they know
The
it's just
the,
it's a like people think it's the president and all that.
The
It's just a
king of
few people.
England.
Just a few people. It's just a few people who curate all this chaos today in
Mhm.
America with liberals and conservatives.
Yeah.
It's just a
When the
few people who do
Rothschilds,
that. It's a
when the
lot of money
Rothschilds
involved.
tell
That's
them,
why our politics is not politics no more.
yeah,
There's
when the
no way in the
Rothschilds tell
world.
them,
Like
hey
Chris,
man,
let
we
me ask
want,
you one question, bro.
yeah.
If I was to give you $300 million, you running for an office, and I give you $300 million, You don't think I want anything in return from you if I
Hell
gave you
yeah.
$300 million?
Hell yeah.
I just want to see you win.
Yeah. I want to see
That's
you know.
fucking, and you know, we all know that's bullshit. There's no
Why
way
you
people
think
can raise
Walmart and
700
Amazon?
million, $300 million, and y'all still think it's about voting in this country
Mhm.
today.
Why you think they push certain policies? Them policies is not for the
That's
people.
it. That's
That's
why I
for a
said it's not a president's
corporation.
policy.
It's for
It's the demons that's
corporations.
behind these people. It
Hmm.
doesn't matter if you are Democrat or Republican office. It's demons behind you.
What's they
And
name the
that's it.
Waltons? If the Waltons tell the senators, "Yo, man, we need this new law so Walmart can start selling gay toys," you know what they gonna do? They gonna pass a
They're gonna
law
make it
so
happen.
Walmart can start
The
selling gay
Waltons got
toys.
money. They know that shit. The biggest
Yeah.
family in the world.
Amazon, if Amazon tell them, "Hey, man, we trying to push this transgender shit through Amazon, so we need y'all to make a bill," that bill gonna get
That bill gonna
passed,
get
man.
passed. And you see what Amazon does today.
Mhm.
Amazon, that's one thing about Jeff. He's smart though. Jeff, make sure all those drivers that's on the road, none of them works for Amazon
Amazon,
directly.
yeah, none of
Everything
them.
is a third party company with Jeff
Everything is a
because
third
he will
party.
not take on that liability of 10
Why you
million
think,
drivers across the
like
United
the
States of
people? Why
America
you
and
think the
people
people
hitting
that's
people
delivering your
homes,
packages, they don't work
knocking
for
down. Yeah, they got
Amazon?
Jeff got everybody delivered. He got motherfuckers in their regular cars. I
Cars
seen I
delivering
seen
them.
people with they fucking babies strapped in the back of the car with packages on them.
I see the
Like
motherfucker
Jeff got
pull up in.
everybody hustling
I
for
seen
that
the old
motherfucker.
ass nigga pull up. I said,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I'm telling
you
you.
working for
The other day, a
Amazon?"
nigga delivered my shit. It was an old man. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, you don't think that you like 70 years old and it
Yo,
should be like America should be ashamed of themselves that you 65, 70 years old and you still out here
still got
delivering
you out here
Amazon
working.
packages or doing
Yeah, man.
DoorDash. That's fucked up.
Your family should be disgraced.
You should that's a disgrace. And then y'all always talking about, oh, Social Security gonna run out. No, stop fighting wars and build the country
Know
up.
what's the thing? And know why Social Security? To you young motherfuckers, y'all need to go to work so I could get my Social Security.
That's what the
Because
fuck
I'm
I'm talking
working
about. I'm
right
tired of these
now.
YNs dying and shit. Y'all motherfuckers living to 20 years old. No, we
y'all,
need y'all
mo-
niggas to be in this world.
y'all,
Stop
why
all the
you?
bullshit today,
I
my man.
need
I'm
y'all to
telling you,
pay
like, y'all niggas need to stop. Like, put that rap shit down. You know what fucked our culture up though the most is that fucking drill music.
music,
Put that
man.
shit
Drill
to the
music,
side. Y'all
man.
started following dumb up. Like, I seen the trend go from Chicago to the New York
New York.
kids.
When
I'm
I
like,
see New
first of
York
all, y'all
niggas
was
started
never doing.
doing it,
It was never cool. I
man.
grew up in New York City. It was never cool to make fun of somebody dying on a record or
I,
some of that shit. It
you
was
know, New
never
York,
funny
we
to do that
always
shit.
had morals. Like now, like niggas in New York wouldn't just kill you while you with your moms and or while you.
Yeah, like
We
that shit
always
is
had
crazy today,
morals.
bro.
Like these
Yeah,
YNs,
like
y'all making
people
New
don't
York look
be with
bad. Man.
grandma. They smoke your ass in front of
Hmm.
grandma. Everything. Yes, definitely put that rap shit down and try to do something. Tell them, go get a trade or something, y'all young boys, man.
Man, I'm telling
That
you
rap
right
shit is
now.
dead.
By time if you
And
ain't
then it's
signed by
ran by
time you
these people that
21,
didn't even
yeah,
create the rap music. Like,
they don't even.
like we created hip hop, and why the hell is more of those guys that
Hmm.
owns all the record labels and everything, and we can't even get our masters, our music, and y'all still want to enter that game because people don't understand. They just want to be on TV. They want
TV.
fame. They want to be seen.
They don't
But
understand what
you don't
come
care
that what
about the
come
money. If
with
you
that.
really care about the money, be the record label owner then. Why
Hmm.
the hell we started something and it's mostly white people that's the owner of all the fucking
Hmm.
big time labels today. All the white people and all the black people who had labels, they sold out. Russell fucking ran the Bally. His pervert ass ran the Bally. That's why
Yeah.
he's not gonna come back here. You know,
Mm-mm.
he's a sellout.
Oh yeah, you know they gonna as soon as
Yeah.
Russell touch back in America, they locking his
They
ass up.
locking his ass up. You know
He
that
ain't
shit with
coming
Puff Daddy and them locking their ass up.
ass up,
Everybody locking everybody.
man.
I'll tell
All
them.
that shit is they telling you, you black niggas think y'all done got too much money and now y'all think y'all
That's
got
it.
power. We about to show y'all who got the
Niggas
power.
should have knew it was real when they did it to 70-year-old Bill Cosby.
This
They waited to
Cosby,
him to get
yeah.
70 years old to lock him up. They
Diddy,
knew what Bill was
oh
doing all
Diddy,
them years.
you think you untouchable? Watch how we fuck you up,
Yeah.
nigga.
You will not leave this motherfucker clean.
Mm-hmm. You know how much people think, oh, Diddy ain't got to do that much time. Not much money he lost. He lost about 200, $300 million just on lawyer fees.
Yes, New York is, man. They saying, I'm telling you, New York City, they lost their touch, man. Like
We
all these
lost
young
our
boys running
we
around
lost our
here,
swag,
y'all
we lost
shooting
our
guns and doing wild shit like
originality,
that.
man.
Like, that shit ain't cool, man. That sucker shit. Then y'all sitting there and y'all getting 30, 40 years at 20 years old, and you coming home at 60 looking stupid. And then you
But
up in the jails trying to tell the young boys, oh, don't do that. No, motherfucker. We need to have more shows of lawyers and doctors and shit instead of having. That's why I'm glad they got rid of shit like Scared Straight. We
yeah,
need shows to show us young black children that they can be lawyers, they can be doctors, they can be
and that's why
Supreme
they
Court
keep
justices.
watching.
They don't
That's why
only
they
have to be
keep
rappers
making.
and basketball players and shut the fuck up and
Hmm.
dribble.
Hmm.
Because you see what people tell motherfucker, shut your ass up and dribble that basketball, punk. And you know what
Hmm.
they do? They shut the fuck
Shut
up
up, they
and
rack
dribble
up
that
and dribble that
basketball because
basketball.
they will be scared. Like I tell you all the time, we started from the bottom. I know what it feels like to be broke. You
Hmm.
ain't gonna never censor me. If I gotta go back to working my job every day, so fucking be it. So be it.
You see,
You know what I
Kyrie,
mean?
Kyrie thought he could when Kyrie started missing too many damn checks. Oh yeah, let me apologize to these
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
yeah.
So yeah,
Hell yeah. Putnam is definitely mostly, but Bushwick period is mostly white people. That shit gentrified out.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they took who? They took
Jimmy
Jimmy
Kimmel,
Kimmel
yeah,
off there. I
they
ain't even
not
know.
playing about that
Damn,
man.
they not playing about Charlie Kirk. They not bullshitting about him. That's crazy. I didn't even know they took Jimmy off. I knew his shit was ending, but I didn't know they took him off.
Ron, thank you, man. I be at work and it be these are some of the most gangsters working niggas I know in my life. These niggas be at work and I be like, y'all niggas is the most killers, gangsters, working
I'm
niggas I
telling you.
know. How is you doing all this shit and still coming to work? I had one nigga tell me, yeah, I just got in a shootout with a nigga on 45. Me, I'm from Houston. I know, nigga, you ain't just get in no shootout with nobody in 45 and then
I'm
come to work.
like,
Like,
what is you telling me about
you
that?
be the most gangster. You know, be the
Stupid shit.
most dumb. Like, even if
Dumb
you
as shit.
did
You be
do
like, yo, bro,
that,
what
why
the
would
fuck
you
you
even
talking
be
about, bro?
happy about that? You just got in a
What do you
shootout.
say?
What?
I guess freedom of speech is only for, of course, that. Like I tell you all the
Hmm.
time, that's the most bullshit amendment that they ever created.
Yeah.
Because you can say what you want,
Hmm.
but it's always consequences behind your words. So you
Oh
have
yeah,
to
you
choose
got the
your words
freedom of
kindly.
speech, but you
You got
gonna
the
have to
freedom of
deal.
speech, but are you gonna stand on that shit?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You gotta know if you're gonna stand on that shit. So it is freedom of speech. And a person like me, I'm willing to go those routes to not have a speech because like they
Yeah.
said, y'all fought all the way to the Supreme Court, y'all Republican motherfuckers that have freedom of speech. And then y'all tell
Hmm.
people today they can't have freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech,
Or
right?
y'all choose what freedom of speech is. Everything that Charlie said he was teaching love, God, and country. No, everything he wasn't teaching was love, God, and country. That's the most bullshit I ever heard
I
from
heard,
the
yeah,
right
man.
side's mouth this past week. That's just totally lies. It's
Yes,
dumb. He
Charlie
said a
wasn't.
lot of nasty shit about black women. That's why one thing I couldn't get with him. I listened to a lot of his shit, but then after about 5, 6 minutes, I'd be like, man, I gotta turn this
He
shit
said a
off,
lot
man.
of nasty shit
Yeah,
about
I gotta
black
turn this shit
men.
off
That's
because
too.
motherfucker, I got 3 black sisters. I got a black
Mhm.
mother. I got black aunts. I got 2 black grandmothers. Like, come on, man. I got a black dad. Like, you not
Yeah.
gonna sit here and disrespect my black people, and you only getting this shit from one side.
Hmm.
You
That's
never
all.
came down and debated people that's your age, Charlie. You was
Ever.
31. You out here debating kids that's
He was
18, 19
debating
years
kids
old.
18, 19 who
Like
couldn't
you up
really
here
think.
debating children. That was his
Hmm.
problem. You was debating children. You're not debating grown-ups, people that can fire back and not let you just over talk them.
Hmm. Motherfuckers that's gonna have something to say, because you wouldn't have overtalked me when you came with
Yeah,
that
I
black
wouldn't have did it.
father
I would have said, bro,
bullshit.
if I'm not gonna speak, I can't talk with you. I'm out of here. Trump just canceled his show now. What the hell? I gotta go check that out. We get up out of
Yeah.
here. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
right? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Trump
I
today.
thought
Trump
Jimmy
is a
Kimmel
piece of
was
shit, though.
powerful, man. I thought
Yeah,
Jimmy Kimmel
yeah,
was
I'll tell you, they gotta leave that shit alone, though, man. They
oh my
definitely gotta
bad,
leave
yo.
that shit alone with him. Like, but like I said, I don't like spending too much time on that Charlie Kirk because I don't want to give him
Yeah,
the
we that
time
was
of
something we
day,
had to edit
like
out.
the way they try to make him and seem like he was just this big kind of guy. Like, first of all, when
Yeah.
you said shit about Martin Luther King, that definitely turned me off
That
shit.
turned me off. When y'all try to
Yeah, like
compare
you
him, when
bugging
they try
out
to
now, bro.
compare him
What?
to Martin Luther King and Malcolm
The
X,
Martin
yeah.
Luther King of modern day. Like, what the like y'all white people got some more learning to do. All right. Let me just say that one thing about y'all. Y'all got a lot of learning to do, and y'all scared to learn history. That's the problem with white people today. They are scared to learn history.
They can't learn
If they
history
learn
because,
history, they'll probably go and jump off every bridge in they fucking town
man, if they
because
learn
that's their
history,
problem. And
they'll
let me
burn
tell them
themselves
another
up.
thing: y'all can never make black people extinct. The only way black people will go extinct if it's no more people in this world. Y'all
Mhm.
tried. Y'all tried throughout history to make black people extinct. Y'all tried slavery for hundreds of years. Y'all try y'all racism today. Y'all try everything. We
Mhm.
still here though. We ain't going nowhere. That's the thing. Just get that through your heads, white people. Not all white people. Let me pause on that. Not all white people, because there's some white people out there that understands the struggle.
Yeah,
But I don't try to lean too far with them, because a lot of them lean too far to that liberal
I
shit.
only could
Now,
trust. I
if
only could
you
trust them as far as I could
that's
see
what
them.
I'm saying. Like a lot of them, I like, I got some of them because I have certain conversations with them and I listen to them, and then I listen to some more of them. I'll be like, yeah, that motherfucker slipped up. See, that's why I don't fuck with him.
Yeah,
And some of them
because
motherfuckers that'll
listen
let
to
you know,
some
like,
of them.
no, I don't fuck with
They'll
you.
be having a good point, and then they'll say that one thing, and you be like, "Yeah,
Yeah, then you
he
like,
one of them."
hold on.
Yeah.
You like, hold on, motherfucker. You say that again, I'm
Mhm.
gonna punch you in your motherfucking
No,
mouth. Chill
yeah.
out.
You
Like,
had some good
don't
points
say
until
that shit. You done got
you,
too comfortable now, boy.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I be like. I'm talking to this one dude, and then he started saying, "You're a little boy." I looked at him. I said, "What? I'm a little what?" He's like, "No, I didn't mean it." I was like, "You gotta choose your words very carefully when you
Yeah,
talk to black people.
don't use the
Don't,
term boy with me,
boy, don't.
period.
I don't
Especially in the
even.
South that I live in.
Yeah,
Don't use that shit with me.
I don't even want you to be like, "What up, my boy?" No, nigga,
Don't
if you're
none of
not
that
black,
shit. You
don't
address
my
me.
boy
That's it.
me.
You address me as me, motherfucker. Hey,
Yeah,
Mr. Hall, whatever.
like
You
at my
address me
job, they
as
be
me,
like, "Can
sir.
we call you Chris?" No, call me Christopher, motherfucker. You
That's
see what
it,
my badge
motherfucker. Don't
say?
shorten my name or none of that shit. You don't know me.
We ain't cool, nigga. Christopher, nigga.
Hell
That's
is
my
wrong with
name.
you? Definitely. They bogged out with that shit.
And that's why I be like, man, because I work with a lot of Trump people. That's why I be telling people
Oh,
I'm
I
not
know,
a
definitely, bro.
Republican. I'm a
Listen,
conservative. I hate Trumpsters,
I
man. I be
see this
writing.
shit every. You said you got that boy. Yeah, he's stupid. My boy Charles. Yo, Charles Miller, what up, boy? I ain't seen my boy Charles Miller in a long time. Even though
Oh
you was
yeah,
up here, boy.
yeah,
Yo, good looking for being up on the live a little bit, man. Anybody who ever tuned in to us for this last hour and some change, man, I appreciate all y'all.
yeah,
I
man.
just want one thing for y'all to run this shit up, and that's it, man. I just want y'all to
Share
share it with
this
a
shit,
friend,
man.
share it with your family member.
Cause we
Some
coming. We
things on
gonna
here that
come.
they might not like that we said, they probably say we crazy, but it happens.
Yeah.
Shit like that happens.
But this the topics that we have. Like you got your views, I got my views, and we
And
just
that's
bringing
it.
them in the
That's what I'm
middle.
saying.
You
Be
know what I'm
people up
saying?
here and they scared to throw, like, you got your views. If you gonna be on here watching us, throw a question out there. Like, we gonna
Mm-hmm.
answer everything. It doesn't matter if you get mad that you threw your question out and we answer the question the way that you didn't like it.
Like it, yeah. Like I'm not going.
Hold on, I'm gonna give
One
you a chair.
thing.
Hold on. I'm gonna give the audience a chair right now. Hold up.
Thank you, thank you. That's what's up. But
There you
that's
go,
one thing
baby.
I'm always gonna push is your own opinion. If you ask the question, I'm not gonna give the answer you probably want 9 times out of 10. I'm gonna give the
That's it.
answer
Yeah, and that's the thing about it.
that I could give. You
That's
know.
it. It's shit that if we do this long enough, it's shit that you might come up here and you see some shit that I might see and like, yo, Chris, now I don't agree with that shit. And I'm
Yeah.
not mad at you. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't mad at you. I'm just saying, yo, bro, I don't agree with that shit. You got
Shit.
your
Yeah.
views and I got my
Got
views on
my
that.
views. Yeah.
And
Like,
we leave it at that. You explain your position on it. I explain my position on it, and we go from there. And that's what we need to have today in
that's what
America.
we
You don't have
hear.
to try to kill people because they think different from you.
Mhm.
Like, we don't need that type of rhetoric. But I know y'all going to ruffle some feathers. You know it. You know, yeah, this is the first one now. So we
This
ain't,
just was the first. We was just trying to like we really came up here to explain the differences is of conservatives, Republicans, liberals, and Democrats. So when
definitely.
people could stop when they always hear, oh, you're a black conservative, you're a coon. Nah, talk to that motherfucker. He might just be a black conservative because he got conservative views. He ain't got
That's
to be a
it.
Republican. You know what I'm saying? Talk to people. Like I said, I'm a conservative, but I'm just as hood as the rest of y'all.
As everybody else.
I
And
just
that's what
got
I try to tell people today. I'm like, bruh.
I live different. Like I'm closer. I tell people all the time, bro. I'm closer to 40 years old than 25 years old.
Five, yeah.
What I look like living like a stupid young motherfucker. And
Fucker. Yeah.
nothing, no diss to those people, but I can't live like y'all, bro. Like
That,
I
yeah.
got shit that I want in life and stuff that I want to live for. Like it's not cool to write on your tombstone that you was born in 2007 and you dead today in
2000.
2025. That
Man,
shit is not cool.
I was
You
only
didn't
born
even
in
live to do
'89.
nothing.
I don't want my tombstone to say
That's what I'm saying. I'm born in
2025.
'88. You know what I mean? I'm in '88 and shit. So you know, like, nah. Like
Nah.
this shit is cool getting older. When I was
Yep.
younger, I told my grandmother one time, when I was younger, I was scared to get older.
Hmm.
I used to like it's to roam back in my mind, like, damn, I don't want to get older. What happens when you get older? But now I look at it
I'm
today,
happy,
it's a
man.
blessing to be older, to
My
see that
goal is to
we
see.
know people, me and you know people who have been locked in prison or people who dead today
Mhm.
that didn't make it to our
I
age.
didn't
Like
get the
we know,
chance to make
and I'm not talking about people who died from. We talking about people who died from violence. Like we know
violence.
those people.
Rest in peace, Lils,
That's
man.
why I try to tell them all the time. Definitely, man. Rest in peace to live. Definitely rest
Niggas,
in
I
peace
was
to
right
live.
around the corner when that
That was my mind.
happened.
Listen, man. Like I tell people there, like I tell people all the time, man. And that's another thing that out there, out in Bushwick. I live in North Carolina now, but it's a lot of people who run around and tell different stories and shit like that, and a lot of them wasn't around at them times.
Round,
So,
yeah.
I don't really like them type of topics is very
I
sensitive
don't
to
like
me.
getting
So,
into them because I
yeah, I don't
always
like to
tell
get
people
into
I
that shit
was
because it's a
there when
lot of
most of that
suckers. It's a
shit.
lot of
Yeah,
suckers, especially that was hanging on putting them out. And it's a lot of sucker ass niggas that run
hmm
around and run their fucking mouth
their
today
mouth
and talk about shit that they don't
and
fucking
have no
even know
idea
about.
about. Yeah,
They definitely don't know about. So I don't like them type of topics. Like when they talk about that shit, I be ready to knock niggas the fuck out.
because y'all
So I
wasn't
be
there.
leaving that
Niggas
shit
was
alone.
there that night. I just left Leak, man. Let me leave that shit alone, man.
Yeah,
Man,
definitely.
man, rest in peace to all my Bushwick
That's it, man.
fallen,
Rest in
man.
peace to
I'm leaving
everybody
that
that
shit
ever
alone
came
because
from our area, the block. People who never made it to even see our age. Like a lot of them I look at now, a lot of them didn't even see 30 years old.
30 years old,
A
man.
lot of them even see
Niggas
30
didn't
years
even
old,
get to
man.
see
Like
their
we
daughters
we living
graduate,
proof of
man.
the shit that we come from.
Niggas didn't even get to see their daughters graduate and
Yeah, they even see some of them even see their kids graduate to fifth
graduate,
grade,
bro.
let
That's
alone high school and
that's
shit. Like they
great.
even see
Now
them go
they
to middle school.
grown women and stuff. That shit is
Yeah, like today,
crazy,
a lot of them,
man.
and that shit that shit be sad and shit, man.
But it's the older dudes that's 50 pushing, oh, I'm a
That's
lobby
pushing
boy.
that bullshit.
How is you
Definitely,
pushing
that's
your
pushing
lobby
that
boy,
bullshit.
but
Definitely.
you sending your son to private school, but you want my son to go out there and be a lobby boy and get his head
That's
blown
what
off?
I'm saying. And that's why I try to tell people about some of these rap artists and shit. They push all that bullshit in their music, but they kids got the best education.
Patient.
Best, they don't see none of the shit that they ever do. You know
Nigga
what I
could
mean?
tell you I'm
They
a
push the
bang
shit to
bang
our
shoot
community
'em up.
because who's paying the machine? It's somebody who's feeding the machine to do that.
Machine. Mm-hmm.
Especially
It's the
all the look
algorithm.
at like the mainstream music line done blew up with too much drill music to like this shit is just went way out of
And
control.
that's why
Like it
they
was
push
never
them.
fun to be killing
And
people
then
and
Rat
talking about
Atlanta
moms smoking
looking,
motherfuckers on
I'm
radios. That
smoking.
shit is corny and that's
Man,
sucker
you
shit.
smoking somebody, mom? Like you smoking a nigga, brother? Come on, bro.
Like
Like,
that's
come
some
on.
sucker shit.
Come on. Somebody just died. I never found that cool. I was
Never. I
smoking on a
never found
nigga.
that shit funny, man. Never at all. I never found that shit
That
funny.
shit funny. I don't even Chicago culture. I don't even know
I
them
don't know where the
niggas.
fuck that should even come from. Like I
They
don't even know where
different
those
in
kind of
Chicago.
that's and then that's what I say about the right side. They always point to cities like, oh, look at the murders and but after all that, after all I can tell all the truth, I said they still must speak the truth. It's
Hmm.
still a higher capita murder in red states than it is in
Yeah.
Illinois and Chicago and shit. And I
Hmm.
tell people that shit all the time. Like people might not want to hear that, but it is, it's a higher capita murder in some of these
Hmm.
red states.
Yeah. Chicago, of course, if you got, you know,
Chicago is just a city,
it's just a city. It's not the whole state. If you go look at
not the whole state.
The whole state of Louisiana, a red state, them niggas killing each other a
Them
mile a
motherfuckers
minute.
killing left and right,
New
and they
Orleans is
poor.
like New
Like
Orleans is like a
they
third world
poor,
country.
they killing.
Hmm.
The fucking kids can't read past the
Reading
fourth
fourth
grade, and
grade.
these are
You know, I
ran
know
by
about New
Republicans. I'm
Orleans.
about to say
You
you
know,
live right next door to these
yeah, you
motherfuckers, and
know,
there's
I
a
know
lot of New
about
Orleans
New
people who come to
Orleans,
Texas
Texas. Yeah, bro.
all the time. It's a lot of New Orleans in Texas.
They can't say
And that's why I
four
tell people
letter
all the time, like
words.
people have to learn that shit. Like, don't feed into what these media people tell you. Even up
Mhm.
in the, up in the Nebraskas and North Dakota, South Dakota, the Ohio's, Indiana, all those places that's ran by red people, those motherfuckers ain't doing that well. And they take a lot of subsidies from these blue states to feed these red states,
Mhm.
and they don't never
Yeah.
tell the truth about that
And
either.
that's why they only point out the big cities, Chicago, New York, because
Yeah,
that's where you got the biggest population. So of
of
course you're gonna
course.
get bad
You
numbers
got
from
8 million
there.
people stuffed
Yeah.
into a little fucking square box of the five
But
boroughs.
what
Eight,
about Gary,
9 million people.
Indiana? That's a red state.
That's what I'm saying. Red state. They don't talk about Gary, Indiana. You
St.
know,
Louis, Missouri.
they don't talk about
No,
St. Louis. They don't talk about Memphis, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Right now,
Red states.
Memphis, Tennessee, been the murder capital for the last 3 years in
Yes.
America.
Hmm. They
They
don't
don't even
talk
talk
about New
about that
Orleans,
shit.
Louisiana.
New Orleans. They don't talk about none of these places. They only
Shreveport, and
they
all
only
that
talk
shit.
about blue, 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 blue
Blue, blue,
because
blue.
it makes it popular.
Mhm. They don't talk about Dallas footwork where them YNs is running
Yeah. Oh
around.
man, the
Man,
motherfuckers be running rugged down there. I'm about to say, and I
they
know
sh-
you know a lot of that shit
they
because you live
shooting
right down
AK,
in there.
not handguns, not with niggas in New
No, these
York. No, they
motherfuckers is shooting
shooting
choppers.
assault rifles in the middle of
Yes,
the street,
definitely.
hanging out the
Same
car.
same shit here. I had to get into my phone. I said, yo, these don't ever put it past like these motherfuckers in North Carolina is crazy. I'm telling you.
Hmm.
So these niggas here in North, these motherfucking practice like the other day at work, we had to get into a motherfucker. Don't pull on my yard and shit.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I tell motherfuckers everywhere. Everywhere I go, even when I'm at work, that I got that shit. I
That
don't
thing
play.
gonna
Listen,
be
I
coming
would
out.
rather for the jury to come and be my fucking judge than you
Yeah,
motherfuckers
man.
to ever judge me.
Told
Y'all
you,
gonna
a
have to
white
kill me.
man. You gonna have to, man. The white dude pulled up me on me with one eye, not blind and shit. I pulled my shit out immediately because I
Yeah,
didn't
because
know
I'm not
what
playing with
he
y'all.
talking about.
Yeah.
Don't go down my road speeding. Listen, nigga, I ain't got time for all
I ain't
that.
got time for that dumb shit.
What you
I'm not
talking
gonna be none of
about?
them
Yeah.
Facebook people, and
You
I'm not
not
gonna be none of
oh
them
nah,
niggas.
I'm not gonna be none of them niggas that just, oh I was in a no, I'm gonna be the
That's
one.
it.
A black man shot the white dude. Yeah, I shot him right in the middle of his. He would have
That's the
had
fuck
two.
it. And y'all do
He
what
would have
y'all want
had.
to do after that. We
He
good. We'll
already
figure
had
it
one
out.
eye missing. That motherfucker would have had both eyes
We'll
missing.
figure the fuck out after that, nigga. You damn right.
And I'm in Texas, staying your ground. This motherfucker came up on me. I stood my
Yeah.
ground.
That's the same shit here in North Carolina. I say you punch a motherfucker out, motherfucker liable to kill you.
Yeah, nigga.
You
That's why
punch a
they don't.
motherfucker in the face.
These white people out here, they be ready to shoot you because they
I'm
know it's
telling
stand
you.
your ground, man. It's stand your ground. All you got to do is act aggressive, and I'm gonna stand my ground. Shit,
Yep.
man.
Hell yeah. Let me see. Do y'all agree with some of that shit Charleston White
Man,
be
Charleston
talking
White
about?
is a fool, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
tell
that
y'all
nigga's
something
a
about
whole
Charleston
that
White.
nigga's
He's a
a whole nother
character, nigga.
situation by his fucking
I
self.
can't
He's
even
a whole nother
explain him
situation by
because
himself.
the Charleston White that y'all see is not the Charleston White that's who is really is. That nigga's a character, man.
Yeah, I forgot. I like I mean that dude there, bro. Like I don't know, man. Like I'm not gonna lie. Some of the shit that he say be funny, and I be laughing at it, and I be like maybe, man. And then he just break away to some
Cause
whole
he
other
got
like
he be
yo,
having some good points, but then he
yeah.
just go
And then
off the
he tripped the
wall.
fuck out.
I'm like to some shit I can't agree with. I
Like
can't
I
agree
just
with
can't
those.
agree with Charleston. I would love to have his stupid ass up here too one time, Charles, because
But
Charleston White is
Charleston
a
White a
fucking
nigga
idiot.
probably a nigga will have to fight though, cause that
Yeah, yeah,
nigga
because he might be.
he
I'm
do it for
telling
the
you, he
net.
do.
Yeah, Ron.
Yeah,
That's a
definitely.
whole
That nigga
Charleston
crazy.
White is a character. That nigga's not like that in real life,
He
man.
can't be. I'm telling you, he's one of them scared niggas who gonna call the police on your ass. Leave that
Yeah,
nigga alone. That's
that
why
nigga's a
guys like him too. I be
character.
like, nah, I stay far away from him because I'm
Yeah,
not playing with him.
that nigga Charleston.
Yeah,
That's not. I'm liable to go to jail fucking with Charleston White, and he's
hell yeah,
telling
yeah.
you
I ain't
he's
fucking
sending
with
you to
him.
jail.
But hell yeah, yo. But definitely though, bro, man. I love the
But
way we had this shit.
Yeah, I'm about to get it because I gotta get my ass to the
I
to the
already
to the
know. Yeah, I'm
bed
off
and all
tomorrow, so
that.
I'm gonna definitely look over.
But
You know,
Saturday, we gonna bring up some topics. We gonna talk about that Mississippi shit. I want to get into this Rat Atlanta shit. I really don't want to get into that shit, but that's something we got to get into. What's behind all of that is
yeah,
deeper
definitely
than
that. Cause yeah, I don't agree with a lot of that shit. And they shouldn't have did that nigga Gunner like that, man.
yeah,
Gunner, they knew he wasn't like that.
and that's what we gotta talk to that, and even let the young boys. If you're not about that life, nigga, if you're not ready to do 30 years for somebody else,
Stop that bullshit.
bullshit,
Stop that bullshit, nigga.
bullshit, bro. But
I'm telling you,
Saturday
stop that
definitely,
bullshit
man.
now. Stop it now. Like, it's no reason for y'all to look up 20, 25 years later and say, yo, I had this chance and I missed it. Do that
Yeah,
shit
man.
now and stop that bullshit, please. And we have to. Like, I understand that it's white on white crime, it's everybody. I don't give a fuck about
Fuck.
white. White people,
Like,
they gonna kill each other. Let them kill each other. That's on them.
Mexicans gonna
But
kill each
that's
other.
one thing we have learned from white people and we mastered it is the art of being a savage because
Savage.
that's all white culture is. White culture is
Savagery.
just savagery.
Savagery.
That's all. They only thing they know how to do is rape, steal, kill.
Yo.
That's all white people ever taught us.
That's all
And
they
and I
taught us.
don't want the rape allegation on none of my people, but they taught us how to kill and fucking steal.
Yeah,
That's how they
yeah,
founded this great country of America is killing and stealing.
yeah.
That's all y'all culture. So when they always bring up the Confederate is known for killing and
And
stealing. You
stealing. That's all.
motherfuckers ain't create nothing. You white people only overthrown people because it was more of y'all.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
That's
only
all.
why.
If it was a
That's the
if a
only
hundred
reason
million
why.
black niggas would have came from Africa, this country would be
Definitely. I
black.
appreciate you too, Eb. Appreciate
Yeah,
y'all for
I
locking in with
appreciate
us
y'all
for this
too,
time.
man.
Thank you,
Try
Eb.
to we gonna try to get up on Sat. No, we gonna do a Saturday show.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gonna definitely do a
we
Saturday shit. I'm
dedicated
ready.
to a
Just text
Saturday
my phone.
show.
You already know.
Yeah,
Text me. We definitely good.
same time we might try clock. We might try to get in around seven,
Yeah,
seven
just tell me
central,
when
eight your
if
time.
it's 7 your time, it's 8 over here then.
Yeah, yeah.
All
So
right,
yeah.
so 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
But good looking, y'all. Y'all, I appreciate y'all, Ron. We
Definitely.
be
I
back. I
appreciate
appreciate
everybody,
y'all, man.
whoever locked in with us, man. And like I tell you again, from the beginning to the end, please share, man. We ain't trying to do nothing but build our brand, and that's it.
All
Please
right.
just share for all of us, all over. We in North Carolina, my boy down there in Texas. We need y'all to share it in New
Mhm.
York. Eb, I know you over in Ohio. I need you to share it in Ohio with some of your friends. We need to share with everybody all the way around this world,
Mhm.
man, because we ain't trying to do nothing but bring awareness, laughter, and sometimes it's gonna be uncomfortable.
And I'm gonna leave it with this:
And that's what
fuck the
we are made
left,
of.
fuck the right. We in the middle.
We in the middle. That's right. No
That's a
left, no
wrap.
right here, baby. We meet in the middle all day,
All
every
right.
day. Hey, yo, my brother of motherfucking 20 plus years, bro. I salute you.
Meet you.
I love you,
Yes,
bro. And
sir.
that's what we need to start telling our black men too. We love each other, bro.
We
I
love
love
each
you, my
other,
nigga.
man. I
And
love you,
I'm
my
glad
nigga.
of all of your elevation. And I do nothing but pray for your greatness, pray for your family. And that's it. And
I pray for you
you
too,
always
man.
been real with us, man, since day one, boy. Only
That's what I
niggas
say.
know in the hood I ever call my nigga Watts. If niggas
Yeah.
don't know Watts, then niggas
Then
don't know
no,
Chris.
bro. Yeah.
I'm telling you now,
you,
niggas
you,
don't know Watts, they don't know Chris.
no credit. Yeah, you feel me? I love you, bro.
Love you, bro.
Definitely
Yo,
text
thank
me.
you again.
I'm
Let
gonna
me give
text you in the
another cheer
morning.
before we get up out of here, though.
Yes, yes, we need that. I'm
You
gonna text
already
you in the
know, my
morning.
brother.
To have you look over some topics, and we just communicate, and we gonna build this shit from there. You already?
I I got you, bro. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go and research some shit now as I get up right off this live. I'm definitely going to
Yeah.
research some
Yeah,
shit
just
now.
like you said, shoot each other topics during the week. We discuss, and then when it comes to the shows, we rocking like we did
Got
today.
you, my brother. Love
All
is
right.
love, bro. Yo, you take it easy, man.
You
I
too,
love you, my
man. I
brother.
salute you. Like I said, I love you too, bro.
All right,
Love
bro.
you.
Yo,
Love you
y'all
too,
have a good
Ron. You
night.
silly
Thanks
ass
for chilling
motherfucker.
around with us on our first episode. I hope this episode is the first of many more.
Mhm.
Meet us in the middle on Black and Talkative. Yo, we out of here. Appreciate you,
That's
my
right.
brother.
It's a wrap.
We out.
Yeah.